In a world where physical mobility is limited and sedentary lifestyle is skyrocketing, inadvertent negative consequences in health loom overhead unless we do something about it. Because let's be honest, what can one do when confined in a place where the only physical movement involved is raising both hands from a plate of food to the mouth, while the body is comfortably glued to a couch and the eyes on TV, all day and all night? Well, maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. Sedentary lifestyle and splurging arbitrarily on whatever food we can get our hands on is a good recipe for physical health disaster. Task Force Parenting Productions, in association with Rex Publishing House, presents with urgency the 5th sequel to Well-Being Webinars. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Introducing in a leading role, Dr. Sheila Marie Guevara Hodgson. With Thelma Go in a very special supporting role. A cameo appearance by King Rosales, and a cast of 1,000 barons. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Showing on March 20, Saturday, screening at 9 in the morning. Watch it for free live on your favorite Zoom and on Facebook. Watch it and make it a blockbuster hit, and we'll give you prizes that are more than a bowl of popcorn and your favorite drink. Brought to you by Task Force Parenting and Rex Publishing House. All rights reserved. physical mobility is limited and sedentary lifestyle is skyrocketing, inadvertent negative consequences in health loom overhead unless we do something about it. Because let's be honest, what can one do when confined in a place where the only physical movement involved is raising both hands from a plate of food to the mouth, while the body is comfortably glued to a couch and the eyes on TV, all day and all night? Well, maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. Sedentary lifestyle and splurging arbitrarily on whatever food we can get our hands on is a good recipe for physical health disaster. Task Force Parenting Productions, in association with Rex Publishing House, presents with urgency the 5th sequel to Well-Being Webinars. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Introducing in a leading role, Dr. Sheila Marie Guevara Hodgson. With Thelma Go in a very special supporting role. A cameo appearance by King Rosales, and a cast of 1,000 Barons. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Showing on March 20, Saturday, screening at 9 in the morning. Watch it for free live on your favorite Zoom and on Facebook. Watch it and make it a blockbuster hit, and we'll give you prizes that are more than a bowl of popcorn and your favorite drink. Brought to you by Task Force Parenting and Rex Publishing House. All rights reserved. In a world where physical mobility is limited and sedentary lifestyle is skyrocketing, inadvertent negative consequences in health loom overhead unless we do something about it. Because let's be honest, what can one do when confined in a place where the only physical movement involved is raising both hands from a plate of food to the mouth, while the body is comfortably glued to a couch and the eyes on TV all day and all night? Well, maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. Sedentary lifestyle and splurging arbitrarily on whatever food we can get our hands on is a good recipe for physical health disaster. Task Force Parenting Productions, in association with Rex Publishing House, presents with urgency the fifth sequel to Well-Being Webinars. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Introducing in a leading role, Dr. Sheila Marie Guevara Hodgson. With Thelma Go in a very special supporting role. A cameo appearance by King Rosales, and a cast of 1,000 Barons. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Showing on March 20, Saturday, screening at 9 in the morning. Watch it for free live on your favorite Zoom and on Facebook. Watch it and make it a blockbuster hit, and we'll give you prizes that are more than a bowl of popcorn and your favorite drink. Brought to you by Task Force Parenting and Rex Publishing House. All rights reserved. In a world where physical mobility is limited and sedentary lifestyle is skyrocketing, inadvertent negative consequences in health loom overhead unless we do something about it. Because let's be honest, what can one do when confined in a place where the only physical movement involved is raising both hands from a plate of food to the mouth, while the body is comfortably glued to a couch and the eyes on TV, all day and all night? Well, maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. Sedentary lifestyle and splurging arbitrarily on whatever food we can get our hands on is a good recipe for physical health disaster. Task Force Parenting Productions, in association with Rex Publishing House, presents with urgency the 5th sequel to Well-Being Webinars. Maintaining physical wellness, a possibility or a lost cause in the new normal. What can one do when confined in a place where the only physical movement involved is the 5th sequel to Well-Being Webinars. With Selma Go in a very special supporting role, a possibility or a cameo appearance by King Rosales. What can one do and a cast of 1,000 where the only physical movement involved is the physical wellness, a possibility or a lost cause in the new normal. Showing the March 20 Saturday, screening cameo appearance by King Rosales. What can one do and watch it for free live on your favorite Zoom and on Facebook. And make it a blockbuster hit, and we'll give you prizes that are more than a bowl of popcorn and your favorite drink. Brought to you by Task Force Parenting and Rex Publishing House. All rights reserved. physical mobility is limited and sedentary lifestyle is skyrocketing, inadvertent negative consequences on health loom overhead unless we do something about it. Because let's be honest, what can one do when confined in a place where the only physical movement involved is raising both hands from a plate of food to the mouth, while the body is comfortably glued to a couch and the eyes on TV, all day and all night? Well, maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. Sedentary lifestyle and splurging arbitrarily on whatever food we can get our hands on is a good recipe for physical health disaster. Task Force Parenting Productions, in association with Rex Publishing House, presents with urgency the 5th sequel to Well-Being Webinars. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Introducing in a leading role, Dr. Sheila Marie Guevara Hodgson, with Thelma Go in a very special supporting role, a cameo appearance by King Rosales, and a cast of 1,000 parents. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Showing on March 20, Saturday, screening at 9 in the morning. Watch it for free live on your favorite Zoom and on Facebook. Watch it and make it a blockbuster hit, and we'll give you prizes that are more than a bowl of popcorn and your favorite drink. Brought to you by Task Force Parenting and Rex Publishing House. All rights reserved. In a world where physical mobility is limited and sedentary lifestyle is skyrocketing, inadvertent negative consequences in health loom overhead unless we do something about it. Because let's be honest, what can one do when confined in a place where the only physical movement involved is raising both hands from a plate of food to the mouth, while the body is comfortably glued to a couch and the eyes on TV, all day and all night? Well, maybe not that extreme, but you get the point. Sedentary lifestyle and splurging arbitrarily on whatever food we can get our hands on is a good recipe for physical health disaster. Task Force Parenting Productions, in association with Rex Publishing House, presents with urgency the 5th sequel to Well-Being Webinars. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Introducing in a leading role, Dr. Sheila Marie Guevara Hodgson, with Velma Go in a very special supporting role. A cameo appearance by King Rosales, and a cast of 1,000 barons. Maintaining Physical Wellness, a Possibility or a Lost Cause in the New Normal. Showing on March 20, Saturday, screening at 9 in the morning. Watch it for free live on your favorite Zoom and on Facebook. Watch it and make it a blockbuster hit, and we'll give you prizes that are more than a bowl of popcorn and your favorite drink. Brought to you by Task Force Parenting and Rex Publishing House. All rights reserved.
Good morning, everybody. My name is King, and this is the fifth webinar for all of you. This is designed for all of you. And we would like to welcome all our friends who are in Zoom, and we would also like to welcome those of you who are watching us on FB live stream. Let us all begin our fun activity this morning with a prayer and the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
When you've prayed every prayer that you know how to pray, just remember the Lord will hear, and the answer is on its way. Our God is able, He is mighty, He is faithful, and He never sleeps, He never slumbers, He never tires of hearing our prayer. When we are weak, He becomes stronger. So rest in His love and cast all of your cares on Him. That the Lord has forgotten your need. Just remember that God is always working in ways you cannot see. Our God is able, He is mighty, He is faithful, and He never sleeps, He never slumbers, He never tires of hearing our prayer. When we are weak, He becomes stronger. So rest in His love and cast all of your cares on Him. He never sleeps, He never slumbers, He never tires of hearing our prayer. When we are weak, He becomes stronger. So rest in His love and cast all of your cares on Him.
Lord, in these most difficult times, when even our physical wellness is compromised for lack of mobility due to unemployment or work from home arrangements, restricted out-of-house activities with family and friends, for dwindling sense of hope, for discouragements, we implore you to grant us strength and inspiration and awaken us to the truth that you never sleep.
He never sleeps, He never slumbers, He never tires of hearing our prayer. When we are weak, He becomes stronger. So rest in His love and cast all of your cares on Him. He never sleeps, He never slumbers, He never tires of hearing our prayer. When we are weak, He becomes stronger. So rest in His love and cast all of your cares. So rest in His love and cast all of your cares. So rest in His love and cast all of your cares on Him.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all rise for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, ewan sa sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang,
Hey, y'all. Once again, we would like to say good morning to all of you and welcome to the fifth webinar designed for all of you parents. Kasi kanina, pep sabi ko, hindi ba? Well, we are allowed to make mistakes sometimes, okay? Ang seminar po natin ngayon is about physical wellness. And the question there is it possible in the new normal or is it already a lost cause? Okay, so again, we'd like to welcome everybody. We will have a fun activity this morning. And of course, ang inyo pong pinaka hihintay-hintay, please watch us from the start until the very end kasi we'll be giving away great prizes for all of you. Yung lahat po ng nasa Zoom, hindi lahat. So those of you who are in the Zoom and watching us on our FB live streaming will have a chance to win our prizes this morning. But first, ladies and gentlemen, dahil na-welcome ko na po kayo, let us all welcome the executive producer ng ating pong fifth webinar for parents this morning. Would you please welcome, siya po ay supporting role sa webinar na ito. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Mrs. Telmago.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another timely webinar on physical well-being. Today, we will focus our discussion on how we take good care of our bodies for optimal health, especially in this most critical time wherein this pandemic is again causing us too much worries. It is very important that we parents must learn how to balance our physical activities and limitations, despite of our limitations and our restrictions. We also need to educate ourselves on the food that we eat and the mental well-being to keep our body and mind in top condition. But before I turn you over to our two speakers, allow me first to do some recap of the last webinar. No, for some, those of you who might be were not able to attend last time, so allow me to bring back what transpired during our last webinar. Okay. Last time, our primary objective is to identify the stressors we face constantly and find ways on how to distress all the identified stressors. Let me show you the result of the Mentimeter gathered by Mr. Jimenez, our speaker. Do you still remember this one that you were able to answer this question as quick as possible? Okay, it says here that the number one cause of our stress is work related. As you can see, napakalaki ang work. Among other responses are pressure, kitang-kita ang pressure, yung health, finances, and obligation has the most response as well. So nakakagulat, ano? Sabi nga ni Mr. Jimenez, hindi nakakahiya, no? Pare-pareho pala ang pinagdadaanan natin. So walang kawala, no? Malaki man, maliit ang pamilya natin, parang isa ang pinagdadaanan or mayroong kahawig. No? Hindi man pareho, pare-pareho, mayroong kahawig ang pinagdadaanan natin ngayon sa ating new normal. Okay? Now, but when I conducted the poll, out of 135 respondents, these are the top 4 stressors. Number 1 is finances. Well, obviously, because at some point or the other, we may be experiencing financial problems. No? And then number 2, it says here the overexposure of media. But allow me to rephrase this one. Overexposure to media is the too much use of our gadgets. Well, because we found a new friend right now. Our best friend now are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And we are hooked on our TV because of the restrictions and the limitations we are. Naka-quarantine tayo or naka-base tayo sa bahay natin. With this, this is just a matter of learning how to balance the use of gadgets. Sabi ko nga dati, meron naman good and bad effect. I-balance lang natin. Okay? Then number 3, These two, if I may say, these two finances and overexposure to media, this causes a lot of pressure. Agree? No? Relate mats kayo dito. So it's obvious that this one is the top three. No? Ito yung pinaka-top three na pare-pareho ang feeling natin. No? Iisa ang ating mga ito yung naging chosen priorities ng community natin, ng St. Therese. But why is self-doubt included? Bakit kaya kasama yung self-doubt? No, I even ask myself, maybe because I would assume we are still in the process of asking ourselves kung kakayanin pa ba natin ito? Kakayanin na pa ba natin ito bang nangyayari ngayon sa kapaligiran? Lalo pa at after 1 year, we are hoping na titigil na dapat ang COVID, but here comes. It's bringing us back bad memories. Parang even, no? Even our government is undergoing their self-doubt. Parang urong-sulong sila, no? Nasa news, magla-lockdown ba? Itutuloy ba ang lockdown or what? Parang nakakatakot man. But we should be, no? We should be aware of what's going on within our community. That's the reason why the number one question right now for me, is asking ourselves. Ito yung tanong natin, kaya siguro kasama talaga yung self-doubt. May bearing naman pala talaga sila. Because for me, I would ask probably this major question in us. Am I really physically healthy to face another COVID and the pressure that comes with it? Kaya ko pa ba ito? Ano pa ba ang kaya nating gawin? No? As head of the families, so ito dapat ang ating isasama pala. No? And above all, we have to prioritize and zero in our concern on the self-doubt for us to be able to be healthy inside and out. So para bang ang hirap, i-gauge kung paano nga ba? Ano ba unahin natin? Magpapayaman ba tayo? Or payamanin muna ng kaya natin ang ating kalusugan? Eh, sabi natin, we want, this is really my desire even before, to get to know the community we are serving. At kayo po yun, our STEPS community. With this, I would like to thank our parents. We have our Suki here on screen for constantly joining us in our webinar. Okay, this is our second to the last. Now, based on the results, dito sa top 4 natin, sana ang priority natin is top 1, it's the financial wellness. Supposedly, yun ang webinar natin ngayon. Kaya lang sabi ko nga, mas matimbang sa amin ang physical wellness, di ba? We have this kasabihan, that health is wealth. Di ba? Above everything else, pag-usapan muna natin ang sarili natin. Kasi challenge na naman tayo dito sa COVID na ito. Namamayagpag na naman ang COVID. We thought all the while that we are looking forward to experience one thing, that our traffic light will be green. But we will be suspended. We will suspend it for now. We want green, go for healthy life. So let us spread this positive spirit in us among our community. As you can see, my staff are wearing green, except me. Nahuli ako. Hindi ako nakapagsuot ng green. So let us have this mindset, Mag-mindset muna tayo. Pag sinabing mindset, labanan natin ito, Mahirap sabihin, mabilis sabihin, mahirap gawin. But bear it in mind, let's go green for now. Our priority, go green for healthy life and healthy living. Okay? So, let me show you again, Again, may ibabalik lang akong activity natin before during our last webinar. We were able to see through the responses again gathered by Mr. Jimenez. These are the different ways on how our community copes with a stressful situation. And this is the result. Look at the screen. This is the representation of the kind of community we are serving. Tingnan nga natin, close up na natin. Okay, it says here that I am proud. Again, I've said this before. I am so proud that we have a happy and prayerful community. So kung pagsasama-samahin natin dyan, ayan, iba-ibang answer. May prayer, may pray, prayer, praying, may church. So mas lalamang sana kung isang word, lalaki yung dapat ang improve natin. So it's prayerful. We have a very strong and powerful, prayerful community. Matatalo natin dapat ang Netflix. But, well, it's part of our life. No? We need also to enjoy paminsan-minsan. No? As you can see, pumasok din si cooking. Andyan di ba? Andyan yung K-drama, very relate much, no? Andyan yung food, eat, it's cooking. So top 3 sila. So doon tayo umikot sa ano natin, i-process natin yung top 3. Kaya sabi ko nga, oh my, this is the result. No? All of this are responses. No? These are the most important thing that we need to focus our life on. Aside from this COVID, no, mag-focus tayo. These 3 comprises all. These are umiikot siya sa sedentary activities. No, lalo na kapag halimbawa, siguro pagka nasa bahay tayo, no, I could just imagine, no, pag nanonood kayo ng K-drama. Siguro if I were to imagine your situation at home, baka ganito kaya ang situation niyo sa bahay? Okay? Ganyan ba ang nangyayari ngayon sa inyo? Hawak ang cellphone, ang laptop, nakatutok sa TV, nakahiga, right? So it's normal. Because we need, no? Sabi nga natin, tuloy ang buhay. But here comes. So paano, 'di ba? Pag nanood tayo, 'di ba? Kain, nood, kain, tulog, higa. So kung magpapatuloy kaya natin ito, nakaka-enjoy naman, right? No? Habang nanonood, may kinakain, no? Pag nagutom ulit, may mga parents tayo siguro na masasarap magluto kaya napakalaki din ang respond ng cooking. Kaya no wonder, pag nasa bahay tayo, siguro sa ngayon, baka humihirit ang parents natin, oh, it's too much eating, too much budget, right? No? Pagka naubos na ang budget, anong mangyayari? So it becomes a problem, right? So another question that is in my mind right now is, what do you think will happen if this continues for extended periods of time? Ano yung mangyayari pag tuloy-tuloy natin ito? Tingnan nga natin ang pictures na ito. Okay? So, hindi natin maiiwasan, right? Ganyan ang magiging itsura natin. Kain, higa, tulog. No? So, now is the right time for us to find time to realize, aba, kailangan na yata natin itong i-entertain ng isip natin. Eh sabi ko, mas importante ito muna kaysa sa financial. Okay, now, let's go back. Let me bring back this picture. I hope you can still remember that. Okay, that's the timbangan, right? Okay. In our last webinar, no, most probably our stress and worries lessen because of the insight we gain from our speaker. Gumaan ba ang feeling natin? Or gumagaan ba ang feeling natin? Or bubibigat ang timbang natin? Okay? So, but hey, why am I bringing back this weighing scale? Di ba, ang priority natin dito, timbangin, no? Hanapin ang mga stressors natin, then identify it. So let's face it, no? This is one, I will show you another kind of weighing scale. Tingnan nga natin. Okay. Nakaka-relate ba kayo? Maybe you are familiar with this, right? And what is the connection of this weighing scale to this word? Remember, this is my takeaway last time, the word reduce. So this time, reduce meaning to say, of course, ang hirap, no? Ang hirap isabuhay ang word na reduce, to be honest. Okay? But ibahin natin ang ating perspective. Let us reduce our worries but increase our awareness on the following. Let me see. Okay. One, our body, mind, spirit, and fitness. So, di ba sabihin natin, reduce muna natin yung worries natin, but we have to increase. We need to increase. Look at that lady. We need to increase our awareness on the needs of our body, our mind, our spirit, and our fitness to keep us going. Okay? So, I know, sabi nga ni Sir King kanina, supporting role ako dito. I may not be able to relate, but I know there is one person here in our school who will not sing to us, kasi kanina kumanta na siya, who will not create some joke in us, but he is here seriously to help us talk about these diseases or this sedentary lifestyle or inactivity kasi kailangan natin malaman ito. No? Sir King is our not only a registered nurse, but he is also a professor. Ito yung mga favorite, loved by all his students way back, no? Habang nagtuturo siya ng nursing. Okay? So, if you are now ready, parent, I hope you don't have your popcorn and Coke with you. You just have to be um, on your best position right now. Listen, get hold of a pencil if you need, and relax as I'll turn you over to Sir King. Sir King, take it away.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Go. You're so kind with words. Again, I'd like to thank you. Naku, eto na naman yung ating mga suki talaga. Hi, I'd like to say, sandali lang po. I'd like to say hi to Mr. and Mrs. Caro. Hi, I can see you there. Hi, sir. Nawala si Mrs. kanina nasa tabi niya. And of course, ang hindi nawawala, Mrs. Hingpit. How are you? And now, I'd like to say hello to Mrs. Ulit, House Prince, King, Prince, my connective po ba? Hi everybody. If only I could mention all your names, I would do that. But anyway, so again, I'd like to say hi to everybody. On the contrary, yung sinabi po ni Mrs. ko kanina, I'm not going to make jokes. I am. And I have about 40 minutes to do that with all of you. Let's make this fun, right? Not so serious. Kasi nga ako ang kontrabida dito. I might be saying something that might offend you. So let's make this fun na lang po. Okay, so how are you all this Saturday morning? How long have you been there seated and waiting for this moment to arrive? Have you done your morning routine? May morning routine po ba kayo? Like doing the laundry, gardening, nakapagwalis na po ba kayo? Nakapagbunot na ba kayo ng sahig? Wait a minute. Uso pa ba? Uso pa ba ang pagbubunot ng sahig? At the rate technology is going, I don't think uso pa po ang pagbubunot. Malamang sa malamang you are now using vacuum and floor polishers na. Di po ba? Ang ganda. And best of all, kung wala man po kayong polisher at wala rin po kayong vacuum, nandiyan naman si Inday. No offense meant. Pag sinabi po kasi nating Inday, merong nagpo-post sa Facebook na pag sinabing Inday, this is very insulting. But I would just like to say na I do not mean to offend all the Indays ng buhay natin na nakatutulong talaga sa atin sa gawaing bahay. Pero you know what? In the very near future, all our Indays might be gone na rin. Wala na rin silang magiging trabaho. Kasi nga, at the rate technology is going, baka darating ang araw, lahat ng ating household chores will be done for us by machines, by robots. Napanood niyo po ba yung Wall-E? It's an animated movie sa Disney, di po ba? It's about the Earth having been made into a big planet of trash, and then some of the people were taken to another planet where everything is automated. Isang pindot ng tao nandyan yung pagkain. Isang pindot ng tao may nakatagasubo. Hindi rin po ito nalalayo sa ating kalagayan ngayon dahil sa COVID, dahil sa pandemic, restricted ang ating activities. Isang pindot natin nandyan ang Lazada. Isang pindot natin Shopee. Tama po ba? Instead of going to the malls and yun sana doing some activities that would result in energy expenditure, hindi na po natin nagagawa. So ang nangyayari ay gano'n na nga po. Okay, so hindi nga po, mula nung kaninang umaga, as soon as you have, after waking up, how long have you been sitting there? 2 hours? 3? 4? Hala. Sedentary behavior na po yan. If you've been sitting for 4 hours, 4 hours and extended time, sedentary behavior na po yan. But wait, I'm going too far in advance. Okay, excited lamang po. But kung bago lang po kayo sa channel ko, vloggerist. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so wala po akong PowerPoint presentation ngayon because I believe I am the best PowerPoint presentation I could ever make. Okay. And also one of the reasons why I am not having PowerPoint this morning is that I would just like to know whether itetest ko po kung gaano ka-sharp ang inyong memories. Titignan ko po kung matatanda ninyo ang mga sasabihin ko without the help of visuals. Kasi ako na nga po ang visuals. I would show parts of my body just to prove a point, just to make a point. Eh, ang dami kong ipuprove na point sa inyo ngayon. Kasi we're talking about physical fitness. So marami rin ang papakitang body part sa inyo. Gusto niyo po ba yun? Diyos ko, kaka-nightmare po tayong lahat. But anyway, seriously, disclaimer po muna. Before I start, I would like to apologize for whatever things I might say that might offend you. Eh kasi nga po, di ba akong kontrabida sa pelikula nating ito? I will be the Sherry Hill to your Sharon Cuneta. Kaya nga po, meron akong prepare. Nakikita niyo po ba ito? This is not water. Upgraded po ito. Buko juice. Copycat. Okay, so that's it. Akong kontrabida sa pelikulang ito, but in the end, kayo pa rin naman po ang bida-bida. Okay, so I hope that you won't get offended with whatever I would be saying. I would also like to say na all throughout my discussion of what has been assigned to me, I will be using terms as mataba, jubis, majuba, fat. But I am going to use all these terms to describe a person who is exactly that. I could not find any sugar-coated synonyms for these terms, kaya po mapipilitan po talaga ako na gamitin ang salitang mataba, jubis, majuba, fat. Pasensya na po. Sana po wag niyo akong i-bash. Okay po. So, number 2, using these terms is not calling you out for being, jubis. Or this is not to body shame anybody. Kasi nga po sabi nila, we should embrace who we are in whatever form we are in. Everybody, pati ako, is beautiful. Pero naman kasi mga cest and bra, gusto lang naman talaga naming makasama kayo ng mahaba pang panahon. Gets mo? Gusto namin kayo makasama ng mahabang panahon, and that is why we are discussing this. Masarap kayang mabuhay. And number 3, and most importantly, i-exclude ko po dito yung tao na mataba or have gained weight kasi meron silang health conditions. There are people who are majubis because they are suffering from health conditions. Tama po? At meron din mga tao who are fat because they are taking medications. Hindi po kasali yung gluten na iniinom po ninyo at saka yung collagen. O hindi po kasali yon. Okay, so let's see. Ano po ba ang mga health condition? I-discuss na po natin to because I have a very short time lang naman. So ano po ba yung mga conditions? Ito po yung tao na mataba na may health conditions. Sino po ito? Hindi ko po alam kung meron sa inyong nagsasuffer ng ganito, but I think one of the people who get fat because of this disease, Cushing's disease or Cushing syndrome. Narinig nyo na po ba yan? Cushing's disease, Cushing syndrome. Ano po ang hormones? This is hormonal. So anong hormones po ang involved sa Cushing's disease or syndrome? Ito po ang stress hormone na tinatawag na cortisol. Cortisol is produced by your suprarenal glands or your adrenal glands na nasa top ng inyong dalawang kidneys. Pag na-stress po tayo, pag ito po ay nag-produce ang napakaraming cortisol, you might end up having this disorder. Ano po ang ating mga signs and symptoms ng mga tao na ang tao ay may Cushing syndrome? Number 1, mataba po ang katawan. You are gaining weight dito po sa abdomen, sa katawan po, and then you have your buffalo hump. Mataba po ang leeg, tapos so bilugan ang mukha, you easily bruise, maliliit ang braso at binti, at meron po kayang purple stretch marks all over your body. O, so hindi natin sila isasama natin dito. Although yung mga exercises na babanggitin ko po mamaya might also be done by people who are suffering from Cushing's disease. Ano pa po ba ang mga diseases that cause weight gain? Hypothyroidism. Hormonal din po ito. Remember, meron po tayong isang gland dito sa ating leeg that is shaped like a butterfly, and you call that, anong gland yan? Thyroid gland syempre. At ang thyroid gland natin would secrete two hormones, the T3 and the T4, triiodothyronine and thyroxine. Napaka-importante po ng dalawang hormones na ito sa ating metabolism. Pag sinabi po nating metabolism, this is the chemical reaction of your cells that turn food into energy. Tama po? Okay, so kung mayroon pong aberration sa inyong triiodothyronine at thyroxine, it might affect your metabolism. You might start packing on pounds in your belly, in your katawan as well. Okay, so ano pa po? Well, we still have a lot. For example, yung PCOS, meron po rito yung nagsasuffer sa PCOS. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Okay, so the exact cause of PCOS, itong pinaka-problema dito, some of the diseases, ang causes po nila ay idiopathic. Pag sinabi pong idiopathic, hindi alam ang cause. Ito ang mahirap na gamutin, di po ba? So yung may PCOS po, idiopathic ang kanyang cause. So ano pa ang one of the ang mga conditions po, ang condition po na ito ay might increase the level of insulin in your bloodstream. It might cause an increase of insulin in your bloodstream. Insulin, kasama niya ang glucose. Glucose, pag hindi yan na metabolize, pag hindi nagamit ng katawan as a source of energy, it would also make you gain weight. Okay po? If your cells become resistant to the action of insulin, kasi nga sabi natin, nag-i-increase ang insulin, increase ang insulin sa bloodstream natin when you have PCOS, then your blood sugar levels can also rise and your body might produce more insulin. Excess insulin might increase androgen production. Androgen is a male hormone. So kung nag-increase ang male hormone nyo, malamang you would have difficulty in ovulation. Kaya mahirap pong maging pregnant na rin po ang meron pong PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome. Ang other diseases po na nakatataba ay number 1, metabolic syndrome. Hindi na po natin medyo complicated po yan. Metabolic syndrome, we have diabetes, and we have menopause. Sa inyo pong grupo ngayon, mga cyst, ay mukhang wala pa naman pong magme-menopause sa inyo. No? Ayan. Ako na nga po ang nag-a-adjust sa inyo, mga cyst, kaya makinig po kayo. Okay. Now, let's go to the medications that make a person fat. Number 1 dyan ay ang steroids. Tama po ba? Or your doctor would call this corticosteroids. Okay. Ito po might be used to treat asthma, some types of arthritis, at other conditions. The longer you take steroids, the more it will have effect in your body. One of the effects is that they make you hungry. They increase your appetite. And normally, pag ikaw increase ang appetite mo, gutom ka, natural kakain ka ng kakain. Dumami ng dumami ang carbohydrates sa katawan mo. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Tapos hindi mo ginamit when they have been turned into energy, hindi mo ginamit ang energy, ang labas niyan ay jubis. Okay, sorry. Jubis pa rin po tayo. Also, ang example po nito ay prednisone at birth control pills. Kaya di po ba when you take birth control pills, one of the side effects, two of the side effects would be, sabi nyo, merong breakout sa inyong skin at tumataba rin po kayo. Ano pa po? Medicines for diabetes such as insulin, nakatataba rin po yan. Antipsychotic drugs such as haloperidol, clozapine, olanzapine, lithium, ito pong mga antipsychotic drugs po ay nakatataba rin. Ano pa? Antidepressant drugs like imipramine, paroxetine, and sertraline. So ito po ay nakatataba rin. At kung meron ma pong may epilepsy sa inyo, sa family po ninyo, asahan po ninyo na ang inyong na ang member ng family po natin na yan ay tataba because of epilepsy drugs na ibinibigay po sa kanya. And also, ito po, ay tinitake ko na po ito. Ang yabang-yabang ko nung una, sabi ko wala akong high blood pressure. Tapos one time, umabsent ako ng 1 linggo, hilong-hilo ako, akala ko kung ano lang, yung pala napakataas ng aking high blood. Di ba? Napakataas ng high blood. Napakataas ng aking blood pressure. So all blood pressure reducing medicines like beta blockers such as propanolol, metoprolol, lahat po ng lol, all these may increase, may make you gain weight. Okay? So again, this talk is for everybody, but we would like to give emphasis ng konti dun po sa wala namang health conditions. Wala namang tinitake na medications to make them fat except for collagen and the very in-demand gluta, di po ba? At yung mga taong napakaraming choices sa buhay, isa na sana dito po yung hindi sana pagiging overweight, pero pinipili pa rin maging ganyan, maging overweight. Okay po? So ito po, as a registered nurse, asan ba? Para maniwala po kaya. As a registered nurse, nakikita niyo po ba ito? Hindi nakita. Ayan, vloggerist. TikTokerist. Okay. Yan, as a registered nurse in the Philippines, mag-expire po ito 2022. Wow. My main objective for this talk is for everybody to have a clearer picture and understanding of what sedentary lifestyle or behavior or physical inactivity are and how they affect our well-being, particularly our physical well-being. Okay, so ngayon, seryoso na po si Sherry Hill. Seryoso na ang kontrabida. Magagalit na po kayo sa akin ngayon. Tignan ko nga, may galit. Nakasmile pa naman. Yay! Okay. First, ano nga po bang ibig sabihin ng sedentary lifestyle or behavior or ng physical inactivity? Are these two terms the same? Can we use these interchangeably? Or if they are not the same, ano ang pagkakaiba? So totoo lang po, these terms have been defined in so many different ways by so many entities, organizations, multidisciplinary researchers, practitioners, and industries all over the world. And you heard me right, all over the world, because sedentary lifestyle or sedentary behavior is a major health concern na hindi po natin nabibigyan masyado ng pansin despite it being one of the causes of morbidity and mortality. Narinig nyo na rin po yung salitang morbidity and mortality, di po ba? Magkaiba rin po yan. Pag sinabi nating morbidity, this is the state of being unhealthy for a particular disease or situation, morbidity. Pag sinabing mortality, this means the number of deaths that occur in population. So again, ang sedentary lifestyle may cause morbidity and mortality kahit po sa third world, kahit sa first world countries. Wala pong pinipili ang sedentary lifestyle. I think mas marami nga pong sedentary ang lifestyle sa countries na progressive, sa Western countries na matataas, first world. Okay po, kaysa sa third world. Okay, sabi ng WHO, World Health Organization, sedentary behavior is the time spent sitting or lying down with low energy expenditure while awake in the context of educational, home, and community settings and transportation. According to Australia Department of Health, sedentary behavior is very specific po sila. Sitting or lying down while watching television or playing electronic games, driving a vehicle while traveling, reading, studying, writing, working at a desk or computer for an extended time. Ilang oras nga ba kami dito sa trabaho namin na nasa computer at nakaupo lang? Extended period of time. Ibig sabihin po ba niyan, we are living a sedentary lifestyle? Yes! Masakit mang aminin, but yes, we are living a sedentary lifestyle. According to Sedentary Behavior Research Network or SBRN, sabi nila ang sedentary lifestyle is any activity involving sitting, again, reclining or lying down that has a very low energy expenditure. Still others say, Sedentary behavior is any waking behavior characterized by an energy expenditure of less than or equivalent to 1.5 metabolic equivalents or METs. Hindi na po natin i-discuss kung ano ang metabolic activity, metabolic equivalents, pero ito po ang measurement kung what is the amount of energy you have consumed while sitting down, while at rest. Huwag na po natin i-concern natin yan. Basta ang sabi nila, pag nakuha mo ang METs or ang metabolic equivalent mo, pag ito ay less than or equal to 1.5 metabolic equivalents, you are being very sedentary. Okay? Again, ang daming satsat, ano po, ang daming satsat, ang daming definitions. Pero kung susumahin po natin, ganito lang yan. A lifestyle that involves a lot of sitting and lying down with very little to no exercise is sedentary lifestyle. Sabi nga po ni James Levine, isa po siyang obesity specialist at Mayo Clinic. Sabi niya po, sitting o madalas na pag-upo is the disease of our lifetime. And that is why ang sedentary lifestyle is also called sitting disease. SITTING. Sitting, upo. Disease. So ito po ay kino-consider ng disease sa ating panahon. Okay. So what is physical activity? Bago po tayo pumunta sa physical inactivity. What is physical activity? It is any bodily movement produced by your skeletal muscles that requires energy expenditure. Baliktarin po natin yan. Yan po ang physical inactivity. There is a whole world of difference between physical inactivity and being sedentary. Tama po? But there is a very thin line separating them. Whole world of difference, but there is a thin line separating them. Being physically inactive means not doing enough physical activity or not meeting the physical activity guidelines. Ang bawat country po ay merong physical activity guidelines na binibigay po in order for everybody to meet the required number of times, duration, at anong exercises ang gawin para hindi maging sedentary. Okay, so a person can do enough physical activity to meet the guidelines and still be considered sedentary. O let's say ako ay nagja-jogging araw-araw or I do 10,000 steps a day. Sedentary ba ako niyan? Hindi. Per se, hindi. Kasi ako ay namimit ko yung requirement para hindi ako maging sedentary. I do 10,000 steps in a day. I am physically active, but if I spend my time after my physical activity sitting down for a long period of time, then I am still sedentary. Tama po ba? So alin diyan ang mas nakakatakot? Yung pagiging inactive o yung pagiging sedentary? Parehas lang po yan. At lalo na mas nakakatakot pag pinag-combine mo yan. Sedentary ka na nga, wala ka pang inactivity. That's double whammy, right? Okay, so ang tanong, with all of this, ang tanong, weno naman ngayon kung sedentary ako, physically inactive, inaano ba kita? Oo nga naman mga sest. And bro, inaanong nyo nga ba ako? Hindi nyo naman ako inaano. Ang ganda ng tanong mo, sest. Gusto kitang anuhin, pangaralan. Oo nga, wala naman po kaming pakialam po sa inyong decisions. Your decisions in life are yours. Lahat ng consequences nito are yours. Tama po ba? You will take responsibility for whatever decision you make. So hindi natin po pinakikialaman. But let's go back to my pronouncement earlier. Sabi namin, sis, bros, wala kaming pakialam sa decision mo. Gusto lang namin ikaw makasama ng mahabang buhay. Let's hang out for a long period of time. Pag medyo majubis ka, nagkaroon ka ng cardiovascular disease, nag-develop ka ng diabetes, these are all debilitating and babalik tayo sa morbidity and mortality. Paano kung nandoon ka sa mortality? Di bye-bye. Paano ka pa namin makakasama? Diba? So, sest, kailangan namin pakialaman ikaw. Responsibilidad namin yan bilang kaibigan mo at bilang mga taong nagmamahal sa inyo. Char. Okay. Kasi look, pag sedentary or physically inactive ka, your body does not use energy. Tama? Nakaganyan ka lang. Are you using your energy? Of course not. Bakit? Di naman gumagalaw ang muscles mo to do work. Kasi nga nakahilata ka lang, naka-recline ka habang kumakain ng grapes. Parang si Cleopatra. Okay. First off, ano nga ba ang meaning ng energy? Natatandaan niyo pa po ba, ladies, gentlemen? Kung hindi nyo na natatandaan, ayan, science from grade 1 to grade 6, pakitanong po ang inyong anak kung nandyan po sa inyong tabi. What is the meaning of energy? Anyone? Pwede naman mag-unmute. Wala. Okay. Siyempre, okay. Naririnig niyo po ako? Okay. Okay. Sige. Ang energy po, ito na ang meaning ng energy. Ako na lang magbibigay. Energy is the ability to do work. Correct? Yan. Energy is the ability to do work. Nasaan ang energy mo? Nasa loob ng katawan mo. What part of your body uses energy? Of course, your muscles, kasi yun lang naman ang nakakapagpagalaw. Your muscles use most of the energy that you take inside your body. Tama? Your muscles. Why muscles? Because muscles enable you to do physical work. Yan po ang main function ng inyong muscles. Ang energy po na tinitake in natin sa ating katawan ay kailangan magamit, at ang gumagamit nito mainly ay ang inyong muscles. But since you are sedentary and your muscles have no energy, have no need for energy to work, what happens to energy? Sisingaw ba siya na parang fart? Isisnis mo ba siya? Ididighay mo ba itong energy na hindi mo nagamit? Or will it dissipate into thin air? No, plus no. Remember the first law of thermodynamics. Diyos ko, mukhang hindi nyo rin ito masasagot. Promise. Energy nga, hindi nyo sagot. Ano yung first law of thermodynamics? Sabi ko na nga ba, nakangiti na lang sila. Ayan, nakikita ko po kayo lahat, but it's okay. This is fun. The law of thermodynamics, ano pa yung ang pangalawang pangalan ng thermodynamics? Okay, the first law of thermodynamics is otherwise known as the law of conservation of energy. What does it say? Kasi tinanong ko sa inyo kung dinidighay nyo ba ang energy na hindi nyo nagamit, ito ba ay ginagawa nyong fart? Ito ba iniisnis nyo? Hindi, kasi nga sabi ng first law of thermodynamics or the law of conservation of energy, that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but energy can only be transferred or changed from one form to another. So ito na nga says, unused energy in your body is turned into fat. Jubis, juba, majuba tayo ngayon pag nandyan ang ating energy. Well, at yung fat po na ito are deposited in your adipose tissues. Nagiging taba siya, Cest. And in what body parts are these adipose tissues commonly seen? Abdomen, sa inyong belly. Kaya nga may beer belly. Hindi dear Chadeli, beer belly. Sino normally ang may beer belly? Yung mahilig uminom ng beer. Actually, hindi naman po yan. Ano yan? That's a misnomer. Okay? So, hindi lang yung madalas uminom ng beer. Pero yung madalas na pag-inom ng beer will help you increase the size of your beer belly. Kasi nga, maraming calories ang beer. Okay, saan pa natin nakikita ito? Sa love handles. Nasaan ang ating love handles? Gusto niyong makita, tumaya ako rito at pakita ang aking body parts? Hindi sila kumibo. Gusto nilang makita kung nasa ng aking love. Oh, anyway, di-describe ko na lang. Ang ating love handles po ay nandito sa itaas ng ating waist. Bilbil. Okay, yan po ang ating love handles. Nakikita po ang taba dyan. Nasa tagiliran sa my waist. Sa braso, nakikita rin po natin ang ating taba. Sa hita, sa breast, at sa pisngi, at sa ating chin. So hindi naman napakahirap sabihin na tayo ay tumaba. Bakit kasi nagiging fat pa at iniimbak sa katawan? Ladies and gentlemen, dapat pa nga tayo magpasalamat sa ating katawan. Galit pa tayo dahil inibak ng katawan. Magpasalamat tayo sa ating katawan dahil advance siyang mag-isip. iniimbak ng ating katawan ang fats for future use. Kasi in times when food is not available or very scarce, pag may famine at may taggutom, our body has a reserved source of energy, which are your fats na nasa inyong bilbil. Kasi wala kang kinakain, wala kang glucose. Ang susunod na kakainin ng katawan mo, number one, protein po muna. Pag naubos ang protein, kaya nga po, di ba, ang may mga diabetes, pag yung grabe na po ang kanila, una tataba muna sila. Pag may diabetes, you are not being, hindi ka sinasabihan na kumain ng carbohydrates because carbohydrates turn into fat. Tama? Ay, carbohydrates turn into glucose na ginagamit as a source of, as a fuel. Pag wala kang fuel, ang titirahin ng katawan mo, nagagamitin niya kasi hindi ka pinakain, kasi nga diabetic ka, hindi ka pinakain ng carbohydrates, ang susunod na gagamitin na fuel ng katawan mo would be protein. Protein is bodybuilding, tama ba? And that is why pag may sugat ang isang may diabetes, mahirap gumaling. Kasi nga, kinain na ng katawan mo yung fuel in the form of protein. Ang protein, wala na, hindi na makakapunta doon sa sugat mo to build it, to rebuild it kasi ginamit na. Bakit nagiging payat ang may diabetes pag sobra-sobra na ang kanyang diabetes kung meron mang term na ganon? Because after eating glucose, deprived ka sa glucose, carbohydrates, kinain ng katawan mo yung protein as a source of energy, ang susunod niyang titirahin, the last one would be fat. Uubusin niya ang fat mo. Kaya ang diabetic, taong diabetic ay pumapayat in the end. Okay, wag natin paabutin sa payat. Okay, so ganito na nga, iniimbak ng ating katawan para ang fat para may gamitin tayo in the future use. Papaano naman kung food is always readily available, walang tagutom, lagi kang may pagkain sa katawan, order ka ng order, deliver ng deliver, ang Lazada, ang Lala Move, ano pa ba yung Panda, kung ano man. Ayan, so nagde-deliver, kain ka ng kain, says, and bro, majubis ka forevermore. Lalo na pag hindi natin ginamit ang energy. And what's worse is that you may develop chronic health conditions. Obesity, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and so on. All these, again, as I've said earlier, are debilitating and may shorten your otherwise beautiful life. May family ka, may friends na minamahal. So, mag-isip-isip po tayo. Wait a minute. Fats lang ba ang source of energy ng katawan? Again, sabi ko kanina, hindi lang naman po. Our body sources of energy are carbohydrates, okay, na pag na-metabolize ng katawan will turn into simple sugar, which is called glucose. Number 2, protein, which when metabolized becomes amino acid. And number 3, yes, it's fat, literally. When fat is metabolized, it turns into fatty acids. All these three sources are found in the food we eat. Here's the deal. You cannot evade having fat by not eating. Ayaw mo maging mataba kasi sabi ni Sir King, nakikita, or ni Sherry Hill kung gusto nyo. Sabi ni Sherry Hill, tumataba ako dahil sa unspent energy na nakukuha ko sa food, na may carbohydrates, na may protein, at may fat. So hindi na lang ako kakain. No. You cannot evade eating because we need to eat to live. The more you eat, the more energy your body has. The more you stay sedentary, the more your energy is stored as fats. The only way to not build fats in our body is for you to use this energy that you have taken in from the food or minimize the energy you put into your body, or you can do both. Pag sinabi nating minimize the energy you put inside your body, you have proper diet or you watch what you eat. Tama? Oh, ganito na lang po. Average men and women both need certain amount of energy for them to do all their works or physical functions on a daily basis. So exactly how much energy do we need in a day? Well, we measure it by kilocalories or kcal or simply calories. Narinig nyo na po yung calories, tama po? Ang table, pag gusto nating malaman kung ano ang length ng ating table, we might use a ruler or tape measure. But if we want to measure the energy inside our body, we use kilocalories. Pag metric system, kilojoules, wag na tayo sa English system na tayo, or simply calories. An average man needs about 2,500 calories per day only. A woman, 2,000 calories to perform their daily physical task na walang sobrang calories sa loob ng katawan. O kung meron man, the amount would be very negligible. Walang sobrang calorie, walang maiimbak na fat, right? Pag walang naimbak na fat, walang jubis. Tama? Okay, that's good. In short, it is important for you to watch what you eat. It is not so much the amount of food that you take in, but the amount of calorie in food that you should have a closer look into. Oh, let's say, for example, dalawang magkaparehas na size. 1 cup of adobong baboy and 1 cup of rice don't contain the same number of calories. Tama po, magkaparehas sila ng size. Yun ang sinasabi ko po. I'm trying to make a point na hindi yung size ng kinakain nyo, kundi number of calories that you are eating, which are in the food. Tandaan po natin ito. 1 gram of carbohydrates, ay hindi ako nakapag-measure kahapon. I was looking for a weighing scale kahapon kasi I would weigh sana kung gaano kaliit ang 1 gram. So just, let your imagination work. 1 gram of carbohydrates is equal to 4 calories. Constant po yan. 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is equal to more than twice the calories in either carbs or protein. In short, more than twice, ang 1 gram of fat is equivalent to 9 calories. So yung fat pa rin talaga, literally, mataba siya. Okay, it's 9 calories. Okay, calories. So let's say 1 cup of adobong baboy weighs 50 grams. Kaya lang, ang problema sa adobong baboy, hindi lang fat ang nandyan. Merong protein yan, tama? When you eat yung lean meat would be protein, yung taba would be fat. Okay, so let's say nahati-hati po, yung 50 grams na adobong baboy, ay hinati nyo po sa fat at saka sa protein. So kunyari, let's say 25 grams ang fat niya, yung tabang nakikita nyo, and 25 grams din po yung lean meat, which is equivalent to 4 calories. And the cup of rice also weighs 50 grams. Okay, so kung ang rice nyo po ay 50 grams, imumultiply nyo po yan sa 4 calories. Kasi nga, 1 gram is equal to 4 calories. Meron kang 50 grams of cooked rice na kakainin mo along with the adobo. 50 grams times 4 is equal to 200 calories. So isang cup ng rice mo ngayon ay 200 calories. Yung adobo na pang-ulam mo, okay. 25 times 4 for the protein, yung lean meat is equivalent to 100 calories. Yung fat mo is 25 grams din po times 9 calories. That would be 225 calories. Pag pinagsama mo po yung adobo, it's equal to 325 calories. Pag kasi pang ulam mo po yan, kinain mo pa yung isang cup of rice, the total number of calories that you have just eaten is 525 calories. Snack mo pa lang yun. Nag-snack ka 7 times. Tapos may main meal ka pa, na ang main meal mo may steak, may isda, lahat nandun, all the works. Di ba? Can you imagine? Itong 525 calories, ang kailangan lang ng katawan natin, ng lalaki is 2,500 calories. If you have just consumed 525 calories, ilan na lang ang natitirang kakainin ng lalaki? That's about 1,995 or something like that. Yung babae naman is about 1,975 or something like that. Yun ang titignan po natin, the number of calories. And that is why when you buy something from the groceries, kailangan natin yung label dahil na andun po ang calories. Nakalagay dyan, 1 serving is equal to 200 calories. Ito pa po ang problema dyan. Baka po ang serving ng manufacturer is different from your serving. Ang 1 serving ng manufacturer is equivalent to 1 kurot. Ikaw pala isang garapon. So magkaiba. So i-follow po natin kung ano sinasabing serving ng manufacturer ng food. Huwag nating iba. Ang serving ko naman talaga isang garapon pag itong kinakain ko. Ang serving naman kasi hindi ko kasalanan. Hindi natin kasalanan. Ayan, sige, tataba po tayong ganyan. Okay, ito pa po, meron pa po tayong example. Hindi na po natin ihihimay. 1/2 cup of vanilla ice cream contains 178 calories in all. Meron po siyang carbohydrates kasi matamis siya. Meron po siyang fat at kasi may milk siya. Protein dahil may milk siya. At meron din po siyang fat. So, ang total po niyan ay 178 calories. Compare this with the same serving size, 1/2 cup of cooked carrots. Ang ganda ko magsabi na carrot. Sige, Pilipino ako, carrot. Pareha sila ng serving size. Ang cooked carrots would only give you a total of 36 calories. Ice cream, 178 calories. Carrots, 36 calories. Pero sa totoo lang, sino ba ang gustong kumain ng carrot ay nakaserve din ang ice cream? Magpapakatotoo po tayo mga sis, di po ba? Why would you choose carrots over the delicious, rich, creamy, refreshing cold vanilla ice cream? I would choose ice cream in a heartbeat. Counting calories does not mean depriving yourself with the little luxuries in life, but this choice has a consequence. And the only consequence is burn all of its calories with physical inactivity. Okay, ano po yung mga physical activities that recommended po ng ating mga doktor. Ito po yung nakalagay sa ating physical guidelines. My God. Ang ating pong bida ay nandito na yata, so I had to cut this very short. Pag hindi ko po ito natapos, follow me in my YouTube channel. Wow, wala po akong YouTube channel. Gusto niyo po ako magka-YouTube channel? Gusto niyo po, magsa-subscribe po kayo sa akin? Kasi po, if you can tell me right now that you're going to subscribe to my YouTube channel, ipupush ko yan. But otherwise, hindi. Oh, ayaw niyo, diwag. Okay, so yun na lang po. Okay, paano po natin nalalaman, isi-shorten po natin to, paano po natin malalaman na tayo po ay tumaba na? Alangan naman sabihin natin, di ba, ang number one natin is nandyan po ang weighing scale. Pag wala kayong weighing scale, meron po tayong tape measure. Para saan ang tape measure? Para i-measure po natin ang ating beer belly kasi ito po ang nagiging basehan po natin kung tayo ay tumaba. Di po ba? Alam nga naman basehan natin, ito pong braso. Sasabihin mo, Mari, tumaba ako. Ang aking braso ngayon is 36 inches na. Di ba hindi? Ang sinasabi natin, Mari. And the best source para malaman yung tumaba, yung inyong mga kaaway at ang inyong mga friends. Mars, ang taba mo ngayon, ang dami mong pagkain. Di ba? Parang ang sakit magsalita, hindi naman lang sinabi, Mars, parang you are not giving off you are not giving off enough energy. Dapat mas maganda yan, di ba? Parang wala kang energy expenditure these past days. Pero sabihin siya, Mare, ang taba mo. Anong ginawa mo? Sasabihin man, hiyang kasi ako sa COVID, Mare. Anong hiyang ka sa COVID? Kasalanan mo yan. Nag-imba ka ng maraming energy sa katawan and you did not use energy. Okay, so and also, one of the best things for you to do is to compute for your BMI. BMI is Body Mass Index. 2 minutes na lang. Okay, Body Mass Index. Again, ang Body Mass Index po ay ito po ay hindi singular source para po malaman na meron kayo ay tumaba. Pero opo, ito ay quick guide lang po natin kung tayo tumaba. Kasi kayo rito ay bibigyan ng category sa BMI, Body Mass Index. Pwede po kayong underweight, overweight, or obese. Meron pa ngang morbidly obese. Wag na po nating ilagay dyan. Okay, so ang BMI is a calculated measurement of someone's weight in relation to your height. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-manual calculation po nito. Ito po ay available sa net. I-type mo lang BMI calculator, lalabas po yan. And then fill out all the information needed there. Presto, alam mo na ang inyong BMI. Bibigyan po kayo ng range. Pag ang BMI mo is 29.9, ang BMI mo says, obese ka. I'm sorry, overweight ka. Pag more than 30 ka na and above, obese ka na, sis. Kaya it is important also to know your BMI, okay? Let's see. Okay, kung ikaw ay overweight or obese, there is also a good chance na marami kang subcutaneous or visceral fat sa katawan mo. Subcutaneous fats are those that are located underneath your skin. Visceral fats, which is more dangerous, are those that surround your vital organs. Ano po ang vital organs mo? Intestines, liver, at pancreas. Yan, dapat nagsusurround dyan ang visceral fats. Here's the good news and the bad news. Ano po ang gusto nyo? Bad news, good news? Good news na lang muna, okay? The good news is that your subcutaneous fats, which are found underneath your skin, can be removed by liposuction. Pero bad news pa rin ito sa walang pera for liposuction. Okay? The bad news is visceral fat can never be removed by liposuction in whatever way because it's stored around your vital organs. Visceral fat can make its way into your liver. From there, it's turned into cholesterol, which travels into the bloodstream and clogs up arteries. Ano ngayon ang mangyayari? Pag clogged up ang arteries mo, walang dumadaloy. Kung ito ay sa may puso mo, coronary heart attack. Ano po ba? High blood pressure, lalong magpapump i-increase ng heart mo ang pagpump because may nakabara. Pag increased ang blood pressure, meron kang hypertension, your veins or your arteries could balloon. Di po ba magbabalon ito at pag sumabog yung balon mo, ito na sinasabi ko, internal bleeding, which is very dangerous. Okay? But here's an even better news. You can actually get rid of these body fats if you resolve to be physically active and not to remain sedentary. Hindi madali at hindi mabilis, but possible. Good deal, right? Hindi mabilis, hindi madali, but it's good deal. So what are the activities that we can do while stuck in the four corners of a home, especially this pandemic? Pero kahit wala ng pandemic, dapat ginagawa po natin ito. Okay, sabi po sa ating physical activity guideline, you need to do a 30-minute moderately vigorous activity in a day. 30 minutes, moderately vigorous. And it doesn't have to be done in one go. Ang 30 minutes mo, hindi 30 minutes ka talaga nagtatakbo. Pwedeng hati-hatiin. 10 minutes sa umaga, 10 minutes sa tanghali, 10 minutes naman sa gabi. 30 minutes, nagawa mo pa rin yung physical activity. Include brisk walking, yung mabilis na paglakad, water aerobics, riding, biking, dancing, badminton, pushing a lawnmower, or ang inyong tawag dito, polisher, hiking, rollerblading. Kung walang masyadong lugar na pwedeng gawin ito, use your stairs. Mag-akyat panaog ka, do the Zumba in your yard, o kung wala sa yard, sa kwarto, sa sala, sa kitchen, sa banyos, on top of your refrigerator, kahit saan basta gawin nyo po ito. Sa loob ng refrigerator kung gusto malamig. But please do all these things. We need to do aerobic exercises. Pag sinabi po nating aerobic exercises, these are activities that raise your blood pressure, that raise your respiration rate and your heart rate. Napaka-importante po na functioning well ang ating cardiovascular system. Or, kagaya na sinabi ko po, you can walk 10,000 steps a day. Kung gusto nyo po na lesser time ang gawin, you can do 20 minutes daily, vigorous naman, not moderately vigorous. Like jogging, ito ay tumatakbo na, or running, swimming laps, riding a bike or uphill, okay, playing singles or tennis, playing basketball, all these things are vigorous activities for you, okay? Do any or all of these activities for 20 or 30 minutes a day and combine them with proper diet and nutrition at tayo magsasama ng matagal ng panahon. When you do dieting, please include in your meal yung rich or high in dietary fiber. Marami pa po sana kong i-explain sa inyo tungkol sa dietary fiber, but my time is running out. Avoid fats, eat more fruits and vegetables. These are rich in dietary fiber, which aids in metabolism. If you continue to being lazy or not to move a muscle, expect that any of these disorders or diseases may happen to you. Number 1, obesity. Ito ang cause ng lahat ng susunod pang nating mga health disorders. Cardiovascular disease, hindi lang yan isa, napakamarami po niyan. Heart attack, cerebrovascular accident, or what is otherwise known as stroke, hypertension, or high blood pressure. Ano pa po ang pwede nating makuha sa pagiging sedentary? Type 2 diabetes. This is the adult onset diabetes. Iba po ito sa type 1 diabetes. Okay, anong symptoms po ng may diabetes po tayo? Remember the 3 Ps. Polyphagia, polydipsia, and polyuria. Lagi kang gutom, polyphagia, gusto mo laging kumakain. Lagi kang thirsty, polydipsia. At lagi kang umiihi, polyuria. These are the signs and symptoms of diabetes. Ano pa? Certain types of cancer, particularly colon cancer or colorectal cancer. One of the things that I would like to make mention here is that ang fiber po natin, when it comes to bakit nagkakaroon ng cancer, kasi probably wala ka nga pong movements tapos wala pang increased fiber sa ating diet. Especially po doon sa may mga lahing cancer, because high risk po tayo. Pag tayo po ay may lahing cancer, we should increase daily dietary fiber. Kasi po sa ating pong gut, sa lower gut, sa ating colon, meron po talagang natural na bacteria dyan. When we eat fiber, yung fiber po will parang nakikipag-work together with the bacteria, natural bacteria in our gut. Tapos na-ferment po, may na-ferment dyan, nagkakaroon ngayon ng isang chemical na ang tawag ay butyrase, I think, I do not remember. At itong butyrase will cause your cancer cells to self-destruct. Okay, so itong butyrase po na ito na galing sa fermentation while working with the gut and the dietary fiber will make your cancer cells self-destruct. Okay po? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I am naturally madaldal and sometimes I could go very verbose. Madami po sana akong sasabihin but I need to stop na. Abangan niyo po na lang po ang iba ko pang discussions sa aking mga vlogs. Wow, wala pa akong vlogs. Kung gusto niyo talaga ako mag-vlog, give me a thumbs up. Now, okay. Ipupush ko po yan. Meanwhile, thank you so much. Marami pa pong i-discuss. I have skipped a lot of things na gusto kong i-discuss. But the most important thing is for us to never stop moving. Wag na po tayong kunin mga anak, kunin mo nga yung kutsara ko dyan. Kunin mo nga yung remote control. Nakaupo ka na nga lang. Pati yung remote control, ayaw mong tumayo. One of the things that you can do para po meron kayong activity even while watching TV is tumayo ka. Wag yung remote ang gamitin mo. Gumamit ka manual. Babalik tayo sa back to the basics. Or sa ating sa mga opisina po ay parang ini-encourage na magkaroon ng nakatayo ka na desk because standing and walking around is better than sitting all day 8 hours in a week because that is sedentary lifestyle. Okay po? So, wag po nating gawing rason ang COVID at ang restricted movements natin in time of pandemic para po tayo ay maging sedentary. Okay po? So kung meron po kayong katanungan, itanong nyo lang po. Kanino nyo itatanong? Siyempre sa akin kasi ako po yung nag-discuss nito. And then I will try to answer all of your questions. Sandali lang po. Tatanggalin ko lang po ito. May tatanong lang ako ng mabilis. Sorry. Okay. Here I am. Okay, sige po. Ako po yung kontrabida sa buhay niyo po ngayon, pero kayo rin po in the end ang bida-bida and I can see your faces. You're still very beautiful and I could not see anybody here na majubis. Wala pa akong nakikita sa inyo. Okay? Okay, so I'd like to thank you so much for listening to me. I would now would like all of you to meet the very bida of this program. Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed speaker. Thank you.
Our speaker, who is the immediate past president of the PGCA, or the Philippine Guidance and Counseling Incorporated, is a member of the Professional Regulation Commission, Continuing Professional Development Council. She is the guidance director of the Far Eastern University, Manila and Makati. She is also the guidance and counseling consultant, St. Joseph's College of Quezon City Graduate School. She is an author whose book, My Career Journey, is published by Rex Bookstore Incorporated. She is an advocate of anti-bullying, career development, mental health, family, marriage and life, and child protection. Ladies and gentlemen, it is both an honor and privilege to introduce to you a registered guidance counselor, psychologist, psychometrician, and a licensed professional teacher, Dr. Sheila Marie Guevara Hoxon.
Ayan. Good morning po. Hello, good morning. Ayan, can you hear me po?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Sir King, no?
Thank
And
you,
of
ma'am.
course, the St. Teresa School for inviting me over. Of course, with my family, the Rex Publication family. So it is with absolute honor and pleasure to serve your school. And kumusta naman po kayo? Napakagaling ni Sir King. Nakikinig ako kanina, no? And
Thank
I
you.
think wala na yata ako sasabihin. Anyway, St. Therese is very close to my heart because our parish is in Quezon City, where I am living, and I'm also serving as a lector for how many
Oh.
years? Is what they call the Santa Teresita Parish of Quezon City. Yeah. So talaga pong God's incident that I'm here. And are you ready po for this activity? All for your holistic development. No? Ayan. So ready na po ba kayo? Ayan. So thank you so much. I'll be sharing my slide now. So My assigned topic, it's all about physical well-being amidst the pandemic's limitations. And you can just call me Shake na lang po. Okay? And ang akin pong physical well-being, it is not just the physical, but I do hope that we believe that we are all for the holistic well-being. Okay? So ito po ay nagsisimula sa ating lakas, no? Sa ating God-given strengths of the mind, okay? Of the heart, and of course of our behavior, our character, and our spirit. Okay? And our agreement for this morning is that I do hope that we will use the open space technology principles. Okay? Ano po ba yung open space technology principles? That number one, I do hope that you believe that you are the right person for this gathering. No? So sana po, naniniwala po tayo that we are all the right person, no, for this activity because we are all a creation of God. Okay? Number two, that whenever it starts, this is the right time. No? So ito po ay tinatawag na God's incident to be with you. And I do hope that are you ready? No? Ready na po kayo to listen, okay? Para po sa message natin for this morning. And principle number three, I do hope that whatever happens is just a beginning of something great for all of us. I know that we are doing a lot of greatness in our school, in our respective families, in our church, and in our community. And I do hope that this collaboration with Rex Education Family and of course with St. Therese School, I do hope that it can add more greatness to you. And of course, this principle number 4, syempre po mamaya, I know that this is a rest time and thank you so much for your time and for your energy to be with us. No? And of course, sana po makinig po tayo kasi I'll be staying here siguro mga 1 hour no? Or before 12 noon para po mamaya, syempre, we will enjoy our family and our lunchtime na rin. And why we are all here, no? Bakit po tayo nandito lahat? The rationale why while Rex Publication Family is very open for collaboration because one of our advocacies is what we call we are all for the welfare. And of course, the psychological well-being and holistic well-being of the teachers and of course, the people that we serve. The family that we serve, our dear students that we serve, no? And of course, our co-office mates as well. And this is the eighth disruption. At tayo po talaga ay na-distract at na-disrupt ng ating pong pandemya. No? From the traditional face-to-face, tayo po ay na-coerced to go for virtual classrooms, on-the-job coaching and mentoring, virtual meetings like this, no? Okay? Online community meetups, no? Na talaga pong nag-disrupt hindi lang po ng ating mental, hindi lang po ng ating emotional, but even our physical. No? At sinasabi nga nila na one of the things na medyo hindi tayo makamove on ay ang ating physical. Kasi after ng pandemya, ang lalaki na natin. So yung mga bilbil po natin nagstay na, no? Okay? So when we talk about this, I do hope na sumabay po, no? Ang ating harmonizing of our thoughts, our feelings, and our behavior and character of happiness. Lalo na po that we are celebrating the International Happiness Day as well this month. No? And when you talk about harmonizing our thoughts, our feelings, and our character, ito po yung sinasabing happiness. Okay? So holistic happiness, not only in our physical, but in our holistic health. And ito po yung mga pangyayari sa atin, no? The Zoom fatigue syndrome, no? At ang ating pong mga message fatigue na napakarami sa ating messenger, sa ating Viber, no? And we also need a lot of support group. That's why we are gathering now. And ito pa po yung nakapag-guide lahat. In the Hootsuite study, the digital around the world, tayo po ay babad na babad sa teknolohiya. And this is the study of 16 to 64 years old, that we have what they call 7.75 billion penetration. At ito pa po ay dumami because of the pandemic. And the accessible one is what they call the mobile phone use. Kasi ito po yung pinakamura. No? And then of course followed by the internet. And of course we are a social being. That's why it's also what they call the social media. And alam niyo po ba na the Philippines, no, for 6 years until this 2021, tayo po ang number 1 sa paggamit ng teknolohiya, at tayo po ay babad ng 10 hours. So 10 hours po tayong nakaupo, kaya hindi po tayo nakakagalaw. Kaya very important po talaga yung exercise of the mind through mindfulness, exercise of the body, no, through our nourishment and exercise na nakakalimutan natin. Of course, also exercise of the spirit, no? Ang ating pong pagdarasal, ang ating pong mga journaling, and of course, mga masses and connections to our God, our somewhat online praise and worship activities as well. And sa pag-aaral again ng Hootsuite study, pinakamarami pong messaging, no? Sa iba't ibang mga messengers, Viber, WeChat, no? And this is what they call 89% penetration. At ang kumakain pa po ng oras sa atin is ang ating social networking apps, no? Maraming na-tempt sa TikTok, marami pong nag-Twitter, no? Sa kabataan, ang FB po nila ay Snapchat, no? At marami rin pong mga iba't ibang dating apps, no? And then of course, marami rin pong na-addict sa shopping, no? Amazon, Lazada. Marami rin pong nagpunta sa entertainment and video, lalo na po mga Filipinos, dahil tayo po talaga ay entertainment and music lovers. And of course, gaming. Kaya po naging addictive ang karamihan, no? And because of that, this is also what we call the VUCA world. And ito pong concept na ito ay na-create in 1987. And when you talk about this VUCA, V stands for volatility, that everything happens so fast. U stands for uncertainty. So pag hindi po talaga ito napigilan, mas malala po ang physical pandemic, no? Virus, and of course, ang dami po talagang namamatay. Ang dami po nga nagkakaroon ng heart attack, nagkakaroon ng diabetes, no? And of course, also what they call, one also of my advocacies is what they call the mental health pandemic. Ang mental health pandemic po kasi, at ang diet, no, and other physical health pandemic, hindi po yan isang vaccine. Pero ito ay kailangan ng life change. And of course, sa mental, ito naman ay mga psychotherapy at gamot, no? So very important din po yung complexity. So yung complexity po na marami po ang nagkaroon ng physical problems, financial, and of course some mental health and character strength setbacks as well. And of course, when you talk about ambiguity, malabo po ang mga pangyayari. That tends us to be fragile in our thoughts, our feelings, our behavior, and our holistic health. And I do hope that we can embrace the new VUCA, the vision coming from our school, the vision coming from our Department of Education, and of course the Commission on Higher Education for college and universities, no? Ang ating pong vision ng ating eskwelahan, ng ating simbahan, okay? I do hope that we can also be given with this simple activity that we have, the understanding. Maintindihan po natin ang ating purpose, magkaroon po tayo ng clarity, okay? And of course, magkaroon po tayo ng tinatawag na agility, no? Sa atin pong lahat na educators here, parents, no? And of course, administrators, counselors, our school staff, no? At lahat pa po ng school stakeholders ng St. Therese School. I do hope that when you talk about agility, I do hope that we are flexible. I do hope that we are humble enough, open to learning. Okay? I do hope that when you talk about agility, you are also having an open-mindedness, an open perspective, And of course, no, the speed and the accountability, no, na mabilis po tayo magresponde, lalo na po sa ating mga anak at estudyante. And I do hope that we are proactive at hindi po tayo puro reklamo. But we have to focus on our tasks and mission and vision as our role, as our God-given role, as a parent, a teacher, an administrator, a school staff. And ito po yung mga bagong stresses, no, natin ngayon. Yan po yung mga nakakapagbigay sa atin ng stress. Not only physically, mentally, emotionally, no, lahat. This is the decrease in nonverbal stimuli. So puro po tayo glass ang nasa harap natin ngayon. At hindi natin mahawakan yung ating mga kausap at kasama. At minsan, ang ating mga anak at estudyante, hindi natin alam kung malungkot. Lalo na if we are in a work from home setup. Kung ating mga estudyante ay bore na bore at yung iba ay naglalaro lang habang tayo ay nagkaklase. No? Distractions from the family, especially if we are living in a small space, finances, values, and the different applications. So minsan there are chaos in the family. No? Magulo sa umaga, magulo ang gamit, no? Madumi. The tendency to be unproductive or to work and work. Hindi na po tayo natutulog. No? Negative thoughts about ourselves, our family, and our work and our future. Alam nyo, pag hindi kayo natulog, no? At marami kayong worries, this can lead to overthinking. At hindi po kayo makakatulog at hindi kayo makakakain. And pwede po kayong mag-breakdown, hindi lang ng katawan, kundi ng mental health as well. And feelings of being watched, the need to perform and meet output and expectations. And very important, no, sa atin pong holistic health, especially in the mental health continuum, ito po yung nagsisimula sa pag-iisip. And these are what we call, ang isip, maapektuhan ng puso, maapektuhan ng galaw, at maapektuhan ng character. And these stresses can lead to burnout, it can lead to distress. And of course, mawawalan tayo ng meaning ng ating buhay that can lead to some mental health problems, even food disorders as well, anorexia or bulimia, yung binge eating sa sobrang diet, no? And then of course, also yung pagiging greedy, no, sa ating pagkain. And this can lead us to obesity as well and other mental health problems na ito rin po ay karugtong ng mental health concerns. And it's very important that we recalibrate our strengths. At ang lakas po natin ay nagagaling sa ating pag-iisip. No? Nasasabay ang puso, galaw at character. And isa sa character na dapat natin i-attribute ay ang disiplina. Okay? Resilience. The ability to bounce back after a difficulty. Okay? So pag tayo ay nadapa, no? Huwag po tayong lulublob sa pagkadapa. Dapat po tayo magpa-bounce back. No? In the resiliency model, babagsak tayo. So ang makakapagpaangat niyan ay ang ating magandang pag-iisip, puso at galaw. No? And of course, no, pag maganda yan, sasabay ang ating IQ, sasabay ang ating emotional quotient. The ability to handle our emotions very well. Sasabay ang ating adversity quotient at resilience quotient. Magiging matatag tayo sa problema. Tayo magkakaroon ng spiritual quotient. No? Tayo magkakaroon ng diversity quotient. Tayo magiging inclusive. And isa pa dyan yung ating digital well-being quotient. Okay? So very important also is the right attachment to significant, no, members of our loved ones and our family. Okay? Even in our school. So importante rin po na pag tayo nagkakaproblema in our lifestyle, in our mental and physical health, very important that you have a coach or a mentor, or of course your loved ones as well, who is your co-advocate for your holistic health. So you talk it out, no? And of course, isa rin pa rin po ating kapag stress ay ang ating different life stages, no? Sa pag-aaral po ni Robert Havighurst, na isang sikat na developmental psychologist. So, napapabayaan po natin ang ating holistic health kung No, marami po tayong mga ginagawa. No, pressure tayo to choose a life partner, establishing our family to be stable, especially in this pandemic, taking care of our home, sabay-sabay, kaya hindi tayo nakapag-exercise. Hindi tayo nakapag-isip ng tama, no? Okay? For me po, ako ngayon medyo at peace pag Saturday kasi pag Monday to Friday po talaga, sabay-sabay ang meeting. Tapos yung anak ko, dalawa, sabay-sabay din ang online learning. So I have my kinder, I have my grade 5. So talaga pong medyo talagang mahirap, but of course we need to really survive and really prioritize, no? And make a schedule. Also establishing our career. Lalo na ngayon na nagkakatanggalan po sa mga kumpanya. And if you are 36 to 60 years old, dyan po nagkakaroon ng mga physiological changes. Nagkakaroon na po tayo ng mga rayuma, tumataba na po tayo, lalo na pag 40 and above, no? Parang ang hirap na magpapayat at pag-diet. Maintaining a relationship with your spouse. Performing civic and social responsibilities, and maintaining a standard of living. And of course, if you are 60 and above, baka po may mga guardian dito na lolo't lola. Nandiyan na po yung mga deteriorating health, no? Adjusting to the many social and civil obligations and civic, retirement, and of course, yung mga grief and death. And I do this lockdown, no? Want go to breakdown physically, mentally, socially, spiritually. Okay? And very important po, no? Tanungin natin yung ating mga sarili. What is your vision as an administrator, a teacher, a personnel, a parent in this new normal? Ano po ba yung vision nyo? No? Gusto nyo po ba na maging idol? Gusto nyo po bang tumaba? Gusto nyo po bang maging focus? No? So Sir King, can you help me and as our dear participants, ano po yung mga vision nila, and they can type it in our chat box, no? And participate. Yeah, sige po.
Yes, ma'am. Parents, please go ahead. Pakigamit
maybe-
lang po natin.
Yeah, and maybe Sir King, baka pwede rin tayo mag-ask ng volunteer or magtawag, no? Voluntold.
Volunteer. Anybody from the parents po mag-volunteer po kagaya na sinasabi ni Dr. Sheikh Hoxon? Anybody?
Yeah. Or baka pwede po tayo magtawag, Sir King, baka mahihain po sila.
Okay, I'll start probably with Mrs. Higbee.
Yeah.
Yan.
Ano mo talaga unmute kapag nagtanong?
Ayan. Anong pangalan, Sir King?
Ano po, ma'am? Ang pangalan po ng ating speaker ay si
Kingpin.
Dr. Sheikh.
Kingpin.
Hindi
po yung-
po, eto po.
Ayan si Ethel, Ma'am Ethel.
Si Ethel. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hello, Ma'am Ethel. If you
Hello
don't
po.
mind, if you don't mind, ilan po ang anak ninyo sa St. Teres?
Pareho po tayo. Isa pong kinder, tsaka isa pong grade 5. Dalawa
Pinag-check
pong
din ang
babae.
panahon.
Ako talagang ako
Yes.
naman puro boys. Oo. And if you don't mind, are you working from home or are you a full-time mom?
Full-time mom po.
Napakaswerte mo naman. Oo. So,
Yung hobby ko po kasi sa Malaysia po nag-work.
wow,
So,
that's
po ako
good.
doon sa mga bata.
That's good. And of course, kahit dalawa po yan, syempre, medyo marami rin po talagang adjustments ngayong online learning, no? Lalo na, ako talaga nagtatrabaho kasi ako and napakarami ko pong trabaho. Kaya po, paano nyo po na ma-manage yung inyong pagtuturo? Sabay-sabay yung mga performance tasks, assignments ng mga bata.
Meron po akong nilalagay ko na po yung mga kailangan gawin nila, mga assignment nila, mga PTs nila. Naka-chart na po yun. Para
Wow!
hindi po nakakalimutan.
That's good. And paano po yung paglalaban ninyo, yung pagpaplansya? Sabay-sabay.
Hindi po kasi dito po ako sa parents ko. So kami po nung sisters ko nagtutulungan po dito sa bahay. Kahit po wala kaming kasambahay, yun, sa ano po kami, tulong-tulong kami dito sa bahay.
That's good. That's good that you are very blessed na talaga pong kayo ay nagtutulungan. Kaya lang of course, reality bites, meron tayong mga magulang na single parent, meron tayong mga magulang na wala talagang makaagapay. So you are very blessed
Opo, totoo
that
po.
you have that, no? And ano yung mga naging struggle mo?
Naku, ang dami pong adjustment. Kasi before po, hindi ako sanay sa mga, lalo na pag
Technology.
mag-upload po ng kanilang mga projects. Hirap na hirap po talaga ako sa technology talaga. Pero awa po ng Diyos, nakasurvive po.
Yeah, no?
Nakapag-adjust na rin po.
Ang daming application kasi mga assignment ng bata, gagawa ng video,
Opo,
gagawa
totoo.
ng mga editing sa photo, no? Okay?
Mhm.
And as I can see, you are very positive, no? Parang ang ganda ng aura mo, parang ang ganda niya, no? And saan mo inuhugot ang lakas mo to balance everything? Your physical, your mental, your spiritual, your family?
Siguro po ano rin po, yung support po ng family. Kasi everyday po after po ng class ng mga bata, meron po kaming 12 o'clock mass. Tapos pagdating po ng gabi, meron din po kaming family prayer time.
Wow, that's good, no? So it's all about malakas talaga yung help ng spirituality for
Opo,
us to
yun na po talaga
regain our
kakapitin
sanity.
natin.
Yeah. And anong nakikita mong vision ngayon sa mga bata as a parent in the new normal?
So far naman po ang akin pong dalawang ito po yung
Gaganda nila, no?
ano po, with dun po sa pagtulong ko sa kanila, nakikita ko po na ano po, bright future talaga. Kasi ano po nandun din po yung kahit po wala si daddy nila, kami lang po, tapos yung mga parents ko, tulong-tulong po kami. Nandun po talaga yung bond nung family para talaga makakope po dito sa sa nangyayari ngayon.
Yeah, very good. Ma'am Ethel, thank you so much. You are a source of inspiration.
Thank you din
Maraming
po.
salamat. No? So, lagi po natin tatandaan that we are the strength of our family. No? Kaya hindi po talaga tayo pwedeng mapanghinaan. Hindi tayo pwedeng maging mahina because we are the strength of our children. Lalo na po si Ma'am Ethel na wife siya ng isang OFW, no? So siya talaga ang tatay at nanay. Sige, tuloy po natin ha. Sige po, you can answer lang po sa chat box. And lagi po nating tatandaan that the admin, the teacher, the personnel, no? All our family members, no? Really play a crucial role. Hindi lang po sa edukasyon ng kabataan, pati po sa well-being. Kasama po dyan ang ating physical, mental, spiritual, and of course, better life and career and future in partnership with the family and of course, in partnership with St. Teres School. And tayo po ay hindi strength ng ating mga anak, no? Ay hindi po tayo stress, no? Tayo po ay lakas. We are the strength. We are the number one supporter of our dear children and family and our dear students. We are the anchor and we are a partner to each other. And ito po ang aking little family and everything starts from the home in partnership with the school. And of course, ito po ay nagsisimula sa ating mga sarili, sa mga magulang, sa mga teachers, no, and educational stakeholders. And yan po yung ating pag-nourish ng ating mga IQ ng ating anak, EQ, social and spiritual quotient, the ability to engage properly online and offline, EQ, resiliency quotient, diversity, creating an inclusive environment at hindi lang lalait, but we are what you call having a unity in diversity. Ng ating pong mga anak, may iba-iba po silang karakter, but we have to focus on their strengths. Okay? And of course, very important.
Yan anak ni Doktora. Hindi ko marinig yung Doktor.
Yan po yung mga anak ko. And of course, yan po yung aking asawa. And very important din po yung tinatawag na digital well-being quotient. Na sa panahon ng pandemya, lalo na sa pag-aaral ng mga bata, tulungan po natin yung ating sarili na mag-aral ng teknolohiya. Kasi pag hindi po tayo nag-aral ng technology, maiiwan tayo at hindi natin magagabayan ang ating mga anak. So always remember we are part of Couples for Christ, and always remember that family is always a gift, no? Especially our dear children. And a very important una natin gawin ay magkaroon tayo ng self-awareness, no? Mag-reflect. And sabi po dito that the universe only gives you the challenges and it knows that you are strong enough to overcome. So tingnan po natin yung ating lakas at kahinaan, no? At matuto po tayo sa ating kahinaan at i-recalibrate natin siya na maging lakas. And have the decision, no? Na tayo po ay mag-decide na maging ready for this difficult times. And isa ho sa ating lakas ay ating learning agility, no? Self-management po, na organize ang bahay, organize ang ating sarili, isip, puso, galaw, katawan, no? Pagkakaroon ng humanistic approach. Knowing how to reflect, no? And that is what we call becoming reflective and caring and humanistic. Having the right communication, no? So pag hindi po tayo makakapagsabi ng maganda, manahimik na lang po tayo. Kung hindi po tayo makakapag-post ng maganda sa ating mga social media, wag na lang po muna tayo mag-social media. Because this can create a lot of stresses or what we call emotional contagion. At marami po ang nagpa-follow sa inyo. Okay? Ang inyong mga anak, ang inyong mga youth, no? At ang inyong mga family members online. Okay? Of course, very important din po yung right critical thinking. Na marunong po tayo, ano ba yung mali at tama. No? And always remember that the right cannot be wrong. And that the wrong cannot be right. We are the absolute truth of our dear children. And I do hope that we also go for media, digital literacy, and information literacy. No? And of course, the right collaboration to our dear children, our dear family, and our dear self. Kaya po we have to be reflective, caring, open-minded, knowledgeable, inquirer, communicator, okay? Balance. So hindi lang po puro physical, dapat balansado, no? Isip, puso, galaw, no? The right thinking and of course the moral values that we have being principled. And always remember also that we are absolute truth of our dear digital native students and children and all the people that we serve, no? Excuse po. So sabi po ni Ma'am Ethel, ang kanyang anak ay grade 5, no, at kinder. At ang aming mga anak ay tinatawag na alpha generation. Usually ito po yung mga 0 to 12. At usually sa ibang libro, 12 or 13 and above, mga hanggang 23 or 24. Ito naman po yung mga Gen Zs. At very important po na tayo po ang pinakamagandang ehemplo nila ng lakas. No? Lakas ng katawan, lakas ng pag-iisip, lakas ng values. No? So importante po na hindi po tayo manghina sa lahat ng aspeto na yan. And number 2, I do hope that we can focus on our strengths. Okay? Focus on the strengths, no, that we have, our God-given strengths. Focus on the strengths of our family. And focus on the people, no, the strengths of the people that we serve. Okay? So wag po tayong tumutok sa negative kasi napaka-difficult na ng panahon na ngayon. But focus on our strengths. Okay? Kung may kahinaan po tayo katulad ng physical health, pwede po natin puntahan yan pero wag po tayong tumambay. No? So kung meron po tayong concerns about physical health, ang gawin po natin is, ano ba yung mga pagkukulang natin sa ating physical health? Anong mga pangangailangan? At i-recalibrate natin yun, no? Para maging ating lakas by creating our self-care plan. So lagi tatandaan the formula for strength, according to the Gallup Strengths Finder model, no, is what you call talent, and you multiply it by investment. So yan po yung tawag na lakas. No? Anong ibig sabihin ng talent? It is the God-given natural way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. No? So kung maganda po yung pag-iisip natin, sasabay ang puso at galaw, at dagdagan po natin ng maraming investment. Practice, practice, practice. No? Huwag po tayong mapagod. Develop and build your knowledge, skills, and attitude para po tayo magkaroon ng lakas. No? So kung gusto po natin ng magandang pag-iisip for our physical health, so definitely we think of physical. No? We think of having a self-care plan in our morning, afternoon, and evening routine, healthy food, diet, etc. But of course, hindi lang po yan physical. Importante po yung mental, social, no? Sasabay din po yan for our holistic health. No? So pag nagkaroon po tayo ng practice and developing it, if we have small wins and big wins, no? So pag meron po tayong hindi masyadong effective, eradicate natin yan. At gawa ulit tayo ng self-care plan na iba. So that we can have what we call our strength. Okay? Focus on your interests. Focus on what you enjoy but not fake enjoyment. Para po mag-align, no, yung ating pag-ex ng a lot of efforts. So lagi niyo po tatandaan that we are anchored by the strengths-based approach. No? Ano po yung tinatawag na strengths-based approach? Na pag nagkaroon po tayo ng magandang isip, puso at galaw, magkakaroon din po tayo ng magandang personal qualities, abilities, talents, and skills, and interests and aspirations. And of course, you combine it with your environmental strengths. Sino yung mga environmental strengths mo? If we believe in a supreme being, it can be God. Okay? It can be our family. It can be our co-parent. It can be our office mates in St. Therese. No? It can be our school, our teachers, our counselors, our administrators, our school staff. And of course, ang social networks niyo po, ang inyong mga kaibigan na totoo. And of course, the many opportunities that you have. No? So pwede pong pag ang isip niyo ay puro physical health, magkakaroon kayo ng magandang pakarindam to go for your physical health and activities. And you can have what you call be motivated and determined to do physical activities. And ito po ay may embed as personal qualities niya na to be a physical advocate. And then you will also learn some abilities, talents, and skills in the many exercises. Just like I just would like to share my husband. My husband po kasi is vegan. No? And he's been into vegan lifestyle for how many years? No? At ang kanya po kasing pag-iisip ay pag marami po tayong kinakain, no? Na maraming animals, ibig sabihin po marami pong resources, no? Na nauubos. No? Yan po yung advocacy niya. At maraming tubig ang nasasayang, no? At can create daw ang mga animals hindi for people to eat, no? But they also have a life to serve, no? So yan po yung advocacy ng aking asawa, no? Na nai-influence ako to also go for some vegan, no? Hindi naman po ako pure vegan, no? I also eat fish and but usually I'm leaning into vegetables, no? Pero hindi ko pa kaya yung pure vegan. I think it really entails a lot of focus, efforts, and determination, no? Yeah. But in the future, maybe soon, I can be. No? And then my husband also into tennis, into biking, pang lahat na po yata ng sports, no? And he's my number one influencer sa akin pong physical and of course spiritual health as well. And if you combine all these strengths, no, anchored in positive psychology, which is the strengths-based approach, you can have a better quality of life, not only in your overall health, but even in your spirituality, in your daily living, in your finances. And you can also have a lot of recovery of power na inubos ng pandemya. And you can definitely be integrated. Hindi lang po physical, but in all aspects of your life. No? Kasi po lagi po natin tatandaan na kahit healthy ka, pero masama naman ang pag-uugali natin, or Hindi maganda ang pakikitungo natin sa kapwa natin. Hindi rin po natin masasabi that tayo are healthy. But it should really be holistic health. No? And one of the factors of that is also what we call spiritual health. Kasi po, ito po yung magbibigay sa atin ng peace of mind. Ito yung magbibigay sa atin ng inner harmony. No? If we also transcend, no? And we believe in our God. And of course, very important din po yung pagmamahal. Pagmamahal sa ating mga anak at estudyante. Okay? So, very important po sa panahon ng mga ating mga anak at mga bata at estudyante, or what you call the digital natives. Let us always remember that love is always equated, no, with quality time, positive engagement, inclusion, and positive school climate. And ano po kaya ang tumatakbo sa inyo when you talk about strength? No? What is the first symbol that comes to your mind when you talk about strength? So tingnan nga po natin sa ating chat box kung ano po yung naiisip nyo when you talk about strength. It can be a muscle, no, for your physical health. It can be your sexy mind, no? Yung ating pong magandang pag-isip. Okay? It can be our rosary. It can be our Bible. No? Sir King, pwede ba natin tingnan baka merong sumagot sa chat box? Nahihiyata sila?
Meron pong sumagot, I think, again from Mrs. Hingpit, God and family.
Yeah, good, no? So
God
we
and
really
family.
get our strength not only to our physical health but of course, no, to our spiritual, no? Yeah, sino pa kaya Sir King?
Let's see po.
Mayayain sila.
Kay Ma'am Ulit, Ma'am MJ Ulit, family, especially her children.
Yeah. So pag nakita po natin yung mga anak natin, lalo na kung kamukha natin, di ba? Ako, pag yung mga anak ko katabi ko, talagang nawawala ang aking mga problema. Tapos isa kamukha ko talaga. Kaya sabi ko talagang magaling ang Diyos. Kamukha ako, para ko pong clone. No? Nagkamali lang po, is tuy-tuy lang yung difference namin. Pero akong ako. Oo. Sige po. Malamang yung mga asawa nyo rin. Lakas nyo rin, di ba? Lalo na kung pogi. So maganda po yung umaga natin, 'di ba? Pag mabait, tsaka pogi, tsaka masipag yung ating mga asawa, no? And of course, sila po yung nagpo-push natin to be healthy. Yung aking asawa sinasabi sa akin na, oh, ang layo na ng picture mo nung wedding natin tsaka ngayon. So, tingnan po natin yan, no? They are the number one motivator that we have.
We have some more answers po. Maybe we
Yeah.
could mention them. From the Umali family, they said it's the Lord, family, and their capacity. From the Omana family, strong faith in God. I think this really shows how very spiritual or prayerful our parents are. From
Yeah.
April de Assis, family and God po. And then from Power from Ben. Sabi po ng ni Jen Rada.
Ano daw, power from ano?
Power from Ben.
Okay, from Ben.
Okay. And then Faith in God and Family from Cho Alviar, and from Charlotte Garcia, it's family.
Si Ben yung anak po niya.
Yeah.
Po ba yun? Yeah, that's good, no? Our children. So, kung makikita niyo po, naka-center ng team natin kay God. And of course, our family and our dear children. Yeah, thank you po. Maraming salamat, no? And ito po yung pwedeng, no? Makapagbigay din ng ating lakas for our certain thoughts, feelings, and behavior according to Sigal, no? At ito pong lakas na ito can give us the manifestation of energy. Energy that's not only from physical, but from within and spiritual. The capacity to endure life, to resist temptation. Resist temptation, lalo na po yung pagkain ng marami. Yung paggawa ng mabuti, no? Dapat, no? At yung lagi po natin tandaan yung tinatawag na character strength of prudence. Ano pong ibig sabihin yan? Yung pagpili pa rin ng tama kahit po sa negative situation. No? And to do the things, ayan po yun. Yung ating topic din. Kaya sinabi ko kay Ma'am Grace, sabi ko kay Ma'am Grace Rex, sabi ko, include natin yung holistic health. No? Kasi medyo ang turf ko po talaga is more on holistic health. So to do the things that need a lot of physical and of course mental effort to focus. No? And ang ating pong lakas ay ang ating mga strong positive attributes or assets in all aspects. No? At ano po kaya yung mga interests and skills ninyo? At saka mga resources? Tingnan nga po natin. Lagay nga po natin sa chat box natin. Baka meron po dito yung number one strength nila pag-exercise. Yung iba hindi naman. Yung iba Netflix. No? Sige nga po, tingnan natin. Or yung
Hey,
iba naging plantito.
yes, everybody, please feel free to use your chat box and give us some of your thoughts. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, sige, sir. Tingnan nga natin and you can shout out their
This
names
is
as
really
well.
this is really interesting. From Sherry Daran, it's coffee.
Coffee. Nako,
Yeah.
yung coffee lang po, wag sobra ha. Kasi hindi kayo makakatulog talaga, lalo na pag bago kayo matulog.
From
No?
Mrs.
Sige.
From Mrs. Ulit Ulit, skills like dancing, and from MG, it's Zumba. From Manuel family, family bonding. Tapos from
Yeah.
Cho Alviar, baking, cooking using air fryer.
Oh, air fryer
Baking,
talaga.
cooking. Opo. Very specific po siya, using air fryer. Not everyone has that, right? Okay, tapos
Yeah.
music po from Mrs. Coralde. And then from Santi Navarro, family bonding, sports from Camille Angela Banaag, plantita in cooking, baking, travel, but very limited at this time, and watching movies po.
Yeah, very good, no? So basta po, wag lang po lahat sobra, no? Kasi pag sobrang kain din, sobrang Netflix din, hindi rin naman po maganda yan. It can lead to some lack of sleep. At lagi po natin tatandaan, pag lack of sleep, no? Isa rin po yan sa tendency, hindi lang po ng physical problems, but of course, mental health concerns. Pag ang mga tao po, no, ay hindi natutulog ng normal, 6 to 8 hours, ideally 8 hours, or pag sobra sa tulog, yun naman po yung hypersomnia. Sa pag-aaral po ng American Psychiatric Association, this is what they call 90 to 95% tendency of mental health problems. Kaya po importante po yung healthy screen time, pagtulog ng tama, no? So disiplinahin po natin yung mga anak natin. And of course, tayo ang number one disiplina nila. So some of my interest, parang prayer meeting lang ito. No, ito po yung aking youth empowerment. No? So we created the Peer Organization of the Philippines. So nag-train po tayo online ngayon ng mga youth, no? Helping youth. Kasi we know that malaki po ang pag-asa ng kabataan. Yan po yung mga naging interest ko, lalo na po nitong pandemya. Of course, some guestings with our co-advocates, no, sa radio and sa television. And every Saturday, meron po kaming show ni Father Tito Kaluwag. Mamaya po yan, 4 p.m. Ang title po is Wonder Teacher. So if you have time, ABS-CBN, DZMM, Teleradio. So dyan ko rin po binuhos yung aking lakas to also advocate not only for physical but also for mental health. Ang title po is Wonder Teacher, 4 to 5 p.m. And it talks about teachers, families, parents, and students. And of course, my service to our church and to our community, and of course, my loved ones are my number one environmental strengths. And ito po, we were luckily featured in a magazine. It is a gift magazine. At lagi po natin tatandaan that in times of test, your loved ones are always the best, no? And sabi po ni Pope Francis that the strength of the family lies in its capacity to love and to teach how to love, no? So importante ito po na pag nagkaroon kayo ng magandang pag-ibig sa puso at galaw, magkakaroon po kayo ng character strength. Yan po yung faith, hope, love, kindness, discipline, humility, etc. Okay? So, yun yung tatandaan that you too and all of us are a field of energy and strength. No? According to Grau 2020, one of the best-selling authors in New York that talks about energy and right force. No? And tayo po ang number one energy ng ating mga anak online and offline. Ganun din po ng ating mga estudyante. And when you talk about energy, it is not just energy about physical health, but good vibes, good thinking, good feelings, good heart, no? And good character. And isa pa po na ating dapat maging lakas ay ang tinatawag na digital well-being, no? Digital citizenship and well-being pillars, no? Ito po yung pagkakaroon ng digital foundation na dapat po yung ating teknolohiya dapat secured at hindi po natin lahat kinakalat doon or oversharing or sad fishing is definitely is a no-no. Digital wellness as well. Hindi lang po physical wellness. Healthy screen time. No? Especially with technology. Kasama po dyan ang Netflix at ang TV. No? Digital engagement. Creating a safe space and inclusive environment. Digital empowerment. You use your technology to influence, pwedeng in your physical advocacy, in your mental advocacy, in your religious advocacy. Very important din po yung tinatawag na becoming an enabler and not a stressor, and becoming an inspiration, especially to your dear children and students. And of course, also digital opportunities. Pwede rin naman po kayong maging magaling sa digital opportunity, sa digital platform. Huwag lang po kayo ma-addict. Kasi ito rin ay magbibigay sa inyo ng career development. Like you can become an online seller, digital marketer, blogger, no, etc. So marami po tayo mga parents na blogger din. Okay? And lagi niyo po tatandaan that this can also provide our character strengths. No? So ito po yung character strengths, the 24 major character strengths according to positive psychology. So pag nagkaroon po tayo ng magandang isip, puso at galaw, no? Magkakaroon po tayo ng isip na mabait, magkakaroon tayo ng character strength na mabait. Magkakaroon tayo ng forgiveness. Magkakaroon tayo ng love, ng self-control, lalo na sa mga addictions. Magkakaroon tayo ng right perspective, integrity. No? So, lalo na po sa mga nagkakaproblema mga pamilya or naghiwalay na pamilya, sana po meron pa rin forgiveness. No? Kasi magiging incomplete po ang bata pag meron pong mga unforgiveness na nangyayari. Okay? And of course, ang ating pong buhay ay nagsisimula sa ating magandang pag-iisip, puso at galaw. And of course, also physical, that can definitely develop our deeper well-being, which is psychological well-being. So pag nagkaroon po kayo ng hope, nagkaroon po kayo ng gratitude, becoming grateful to everyone, magkaroon po kayo ng optimism, no, positibo, no? So kung gusto niyo mag-exercise, no, magkaroon kayo ng positive mind every morning para magkaroon kayo ng mindfulness. It's not only an exercise of the body, it's also an exercise of awareness, an exercise of focus, no? Magkakaroon din po tayo ng self-esteem, gratitude, becoming grateful to the many blessings that we have, that we are still alive, hope. And because of that, magkakaroon po tayo ng meaning and purpose. Why we are here as a parent, as a teacher, and a mentor of our dear children and students. And para po, no, maging matatag tayo, and for us for change to happen, ano pong dapat nating gawin? Identify our strengths. No? Pwede naman po tayong tumingin sa ating kahinaan, pero ang pinaka-importante po is wag po tayong magbabad sa kahinaan. Tingnan po natin yung lessons na yon, i-recalibrate natin to become our strengths. So if we want to go for physical health, yung ating physical health kasi tumataas yung ating presyon, tumataas yung ating sugar, no? Ano po kaya ang pwede nating gawin? Ano po yung mga needs? So i-identify natin yung mga lakas natin. Mahilig tayong ang interest natin at ang ating skills ay more into running. So we can go for running as one of the self care that we have if we want to improve our physical health. So punta po tayo to some of the things that we enjoy na hindi po fake enjoyment. Something that is aligned with our interests so that we can have a continued development of our strengths. Practice, practice, and practice. No? And then, pag na-practice po natin ito nang na-practice, ano pong mangyayari? Tayo ay magiging masaya. And we will find our meaning and purpose in our life in the different areas that we want to change and we want to improve. No? Aside from physical, it can be mental, it can be spiritual. And of course, pagkatapos po nito, it can also lead to many opportunities. Pwede kang maging blogger ng physical advocacy, ng mental advocacy, just like Sir King, may mga YouTube. No? And of course, positive expectations will come. Pwede ka na ma-invite sa TV. Pwede ka ma-invite as webinar speaker or testimony. And of course, you can definitely go for your purpose. Okay? Understood? Ayan. So very important po dito is understand your well-being, your holistic well-being. No? Na ang ating pong well-being ay hindi lang po physical, ito rin po ay mental, emotional, family, social health, spiritual health, and holistic well-being. Okay? So after po niyan, important po na identify niyo po yung mga needs niyo. Ano po yung mga pangangailangan nyo? If it is self-care, importante po, no? If it is physical self-care, no? Sabi po dito, put your own oxygen mask first in order for you, no, to also assist your family. So it can be physical, it can be mental, no? So what you will do is have a self-care assessment and lifestyle audit. Ano yung mga pagkukulang nyo? So kung ang pagkukulang nyo ay self-care on physical, then focus on the self-care of physical health. And you can also have a lifestyle audit. Pwede itong in your career. Marami bang pros, advantages, or consequences ang career mo ngayon? Ang mga friends mo, ang mga hobbies mo, baka fake hobbies siya. Okay? What do you want to start as a hobby? What do you want to keep? And what do you want to stop? Okay? And of course, start self-care. What do you want to keep and what do you want to stop? So pag hindi mga effective at walang mga small wins or big wins, tanggalin nyo po at gawa po ulit kayo ng another activity. Okay? That can implicate, it can be physical activity, it can be mental, it can be spiritual. And then design your self-care and vision board. No? And of course, very important po na magplano based on the needs, based on the gaps. So, importante po na malaman niyo po yung pangangailangan niyo so that you can implicate a plan, okay, for a braver and healthier new normal. So, yan po yun. You can make a vision board. Ilagay niyo po sa inyong sa bahay. Pwede po sa kwarto, sa malaking whiteboard, or pwede po sa laptop ninyo para makita niyo po as a background so that you can always be reminded about your vision board. So ano yung mga pwede? Good food, meditation, no? Saying thank you, knowing your boundaries. And this can implicate your agreements, your policies, your rewards and punishments, your communication, your mobile-free meals, your schedule, your physical schedules as well. At pagkatapos po niyan, gawa po kayo ng self-care plan. Tingnan nyo po, ano po ba dito sa abundance in life wheel yung kulang ko? So it can be hindi na kayo masaya sa buhay. It can be physical health and wellness. No? It can be finances. No? So tingnan nyo kung ano dyan, mag-reflect kayo ng mga ilang minuto. No? Ano yung mga pangangailangan nyo sa buhay ngayon? Have the humility and have the bravery, no? And the courage, no? Na alamin kung ano yung mga pagkukulong ng buhay ninyo. And after that, you can go for your self-care wheel. So you can identify if it is physical, psychological, emotional, personal. And of course, very important din po yung media plan. So you can click your Google punta po kayo doon sa media plan. At meron po kayong mga makikitang media plan like healthy screen time for the family para hindi rin po maapektuhan ng inyong physical, mental, and other health areas of your health. And of course, when you want to create a self-care plan, if you want to value on your physical health, kunwari po is tumataas ang sugar ninyo or your your uh, blood pressure, what do you need now? So ibaba ang sugar, ibaba ang blood pressure, create a list. No? What are the list? So maglagay lang po kayo ng mga 3. Yung kaya nyo lang po or 4 or 5. Pero wag na pong sosobra doon because pwede po kayo magkaroon ng analysis paralysis. And after that, pwede nyo pong tingnan yung mga small wins at big wins ng mga activities ninyo. What are the benefits? If there are no benefits, then you can eradicate. And then bring a family member or a co-advocate of physical health para po meron kayong motivator, especially waking up in the morning with your exercises. And then after that, commit with your plan. And after that, keep that progress. Okay? So ito po yung sample ng self-care plan that you can make para ko ay huli. 1 self-care plan for the mind, 1 self-care plan for the body, and 1 self-care plan for the spirit. No? So in the mind, in the morning, you can go for healthy music. You can go for prayers. No? You can go for a healthy bonding with your family. For the body, it can be sleeping for 8 hours, exercise, avoiding tea, avoiding coffee, caffeinated drinks, nourishing food and everything in moderation. And of course, in the spirit, it can be your self-reflection, prayers, no? And of course, anchor yourself to a supportive person like your husband, your friends who is your co-advocate for physical, your children. And of course, what do you want to accomplish? It can be physical health, it can be becoming a good person, it can be peace, it can be control, especially in your food intake and abuses. So very important is you to curate your self-care. So pwede po kayong focus ng physical health or emotional or personal or space. Depende po sa needs ninyo. Okay? And of course, the one that we also advocate in my work in Unila Foundation is the mindfulness exercise. No? So pag kayo po ay medyo tolero, you are worrying a lot every morning or every evening, you can also bring your children with this activity, 5 senses exercise. So manahimik po tayo, no? Focus your attention to your body, and then 5 things that you can see. After po ng 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can touch, and 1 thing that you have tasted. So mga 5 to 10 minutes po kayong magaganyan. This is a grounding exercise for you to what? For you to recalibrate yourself, no? Para hindi po kayo mag-worry. No? So I do hope that you can do some exercise like this and breathing exercise, especially in between breaks ng mga bata for their classes. So very important po sa panahon na ngayon, reinvention, calibration, no? In order for us not to be disrupted and of course for us not to be maladjusted in all aspects of our lives. Okay? So what we use is what we call the strengths-based health and wellness. No? That I do hope that we build upon our strengths. No? Do what you enjoy, not fake enjoyment, but align with your interests, talents, and skills, no? In your self-care plan. Emphasize on the positive, not on the problems. No? And then build upon your hopes and aspirations. And of course, you can also build upon your family, your school, and your community strengths. So we are all for the holistic well-being of every one of us. No? And I do hope that you can also bring I do hope na may natutunan po tayo your family as well. And of course, very important po that we are grateful to our administrators, our teachers, our counselors, our staff, our students, our children, our family, for the holistic well-being of our dear students. No, so we are not just teaching our children to be achieving, no, but we are also teaching them to be healthy, to be happy, to be disciplined, to have the confidence and academic skills grounded by the positive education. So I would like to end my topic by saying that okay, credit to the owner that where there is love, no, there is always a miracle, and God is love, and always remember that love is an act of the will, and you can do everything because of love. And of course, self-care is not
Ay, hala.
selfish, but it's definitely essential also to be a blessing to your family. So, according to Pablo Picasso, that the meaning of life is to find your gift of strength, no? And the purpose of life is also to give it away and share it, especially with our loved ones and, of course, with our dear students. So, I do hope that you learned something from this little activity. I do hope that we can stop something, and I do hope that we can start something. And I will leave this as a reflection, no, to you, na sana po mag-reflect tayo dito sa mga sinabi natin, and sana po hindi lang siya pumasok sa ating tenga, pero maging ating sa puso, no, at ating pong magawa dahan-dahan. And of course, these are some of the books that I did with the Rex publication. Ito po yung book about growth mindset, social emotional learning, well-being, and character development. No? Ang proceeds po ng My Career Journey ay mapupunta po sa Philippine Guidance and Counseling Association, Mental Health Advocacy, and Scholarship Programs of Counselors in the country. So sana po you can check it out, My Career Journey. So that's for grade 7, 8, 9, and 10. And there's also a facilitator's book that you can also use in collaboration with the family. Meron din po activities dyan for the family. And of course, this is our show with Father Tito Kaluwag later. No? Wonder Teacher, 4 to 5 p.m., ABS-CBN, DZMM, Teleradio. Ito po ay programang tutulong sa mga gumagabay sa ating mga kabataan at ang ating pamilya. So thank you so much. Now, if Sir King have a YouTube, I also have a YouTube. So you can like my FB page on Instagram, my YouTube, and of course my LinkedIn, Sheikh Guevara Hoxon. Marami pong salamat. Thank you for the invite sa Interest School. God bless you all, and always be strong holistically. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, our very esteemed speaker for this morning, Dr. Sheila Marie Guevara Hoxon. Thank you so much. Please stay for a while pa po, Dr. Hoxon.
Yeah.
I would just like to correct you po. Wala po akong YouTube. I was just asking the parents if they want to have one. Pero I would gladly have a collab with you. And pag nag-collab po tayo, ang magiging pangalan natin, Shaking.
Shake, rattle. Hindi, Sir
Dr.
King, shake, rattle, and roll.
Opo. But thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, tayo po ay nagkaroon ng, I hope that we do have a realization po, hindi lamang po yung tungkol sa ating physical well-being ang na-discuss sa atin ni Dr. Hoxon, ang ating bida po sa ating pelikula, kundi ang holistic well-being po nating lahat. And we have Rex Publishing House to thank for this wonderful, wonderful day with Dr. Hoxon.
Masabihan mo si Sir King.
Okay. So, right now, I would like to turn you over to the producer of our pelikula. At magiging producer din po siya ng aking YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, our president, Mrs. Telma Go.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Ma'am
much.
Telma, for inviting.
Yeah,
Salamat.
thank you, Doc. Thank you so much. How I wish I can join you, but basing from the title, parang blockbuster na. Paano na lang ako doon? Baka kontrabida na ako. Anyway, thank you so
Ma'am,
much.
kasi shake po ako, si Rattle, si King.
Oo, paano ako? Parang out of tune ako.
Kayo po ang roll.
Go, shake, shaking. Go, shaking.
Go
According
shaking.
natin. Okay,
Go
anyway.
shaking.
Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful family. No, it is really about
Thank you
time
po.
for us to really appreciate the presence of each member of our family, right? Thank you for bringing us into the journey of renewing, no, going through a process of leading to this holistic well-being. Talagang this is already our second to the last webinar. We started with the spiritual, emotional, mental, and today caring towards this holistic well-being. So I'm sure our parents are still with us. I hope that you're going to stay with us as I will later on share also my uh takeaway to every. I was patiently listening. I was coming up with my own piece, not to wrap up the usual. I do wrap up. I hope that you're going to relate with the wrap up that I have right now. But at this point, I hope that you're going to stay with us, Doc Sheila, no? So I hope you can makinig din po kayo mamaya sa aming takeaway. Meron kaming prepare. Sabi ko nga, this is my first time to hear you. But parang sinasabi ko kanina, parang meron tayong meeting of mind. I will show you something. I hope makaka-relate ang mga parents natin. So please stay with us. Konting oras na lang naman ito. Okay? Um, Again, this is always my task. St. Therese Private School proudly award this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Sheila Marie Hodgson for sharing her invaluable time and expertise as a webinar speaker on maintaining a physical wellness, a possibility or a lost cause in the new normal. This is part of our school's task force parenting webinar series designed for parents and guardians here in our school. Given this 20th day of March 2021 in Mandaluyong City, Philippines. Signed, yours truly. Thank you so much, Doc Sheila. I hope sa darating na mga araw din, no? With our partner, with Rex, we would like to say thank you for sharing your time, your experience, your effort, for sharing your family and such inspiring words to our parents for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much also, Rex Bookstore. Thank you, Miss Jasmine Jacinto. No? Siya ang makulit namin, nangungulit kami to follow up everything. And we get also surprises later on, parents. Meron pang pinadalang mga prizes ang Grex sa atin. Ipapakita natin yan maya-maya ng konti. Alright? So, I hope you're going to stay tuned. I will continue with my takeaway. So, parents, this time, lend me your ears. Nakinig na kayo kay Sir King, nakinig na kayo kay Doc Sheila. Lend me your ears before you take your lunch. Okay? This is my takeaway for everyone. A balance and physical activity and nutrition allows us to keep our body functioning at its best. Agree? So it's very important to have some sort of physical activity in this digital era. So ang dami, no? Next time around, I will be entertaining also some thoughts of coming up with a digital well-being, no? Parang it's really something that we need to zero in kasi nasa digital era tayo. So idadagdag natin ito for next year. We need to prioritize this topic, okay? So just like what Sir King said a while ago, a sedentary lifestyle is also known as a sitting disease. Nakakatakot no pag may nabanggit kayong disease, no? This affects our health, especially if we continue with it for a long period of time. Remember that listening to and taking care of our body will help get through the stress that comes in our everyday life. Dr. Sheikh Hoxton also mentioned to focus on the formula of strengths. Identify it by using the strengths-based approach. Once identified, sabi pa niya kanina, wag na wag tayong mag-standby doon. Dapat mayroon tayong gawin. Hindi natin dapat tutulugan, hindi natin dapat hihigaan lang. Dapat ini-entertain natin. Okay? If you know your strength, parents, then you would also know how to improve that strength that we have in our inner self. And it is also important to learn how to harmonize our thoughts and feelings in order for us to have a holistic well being. Indeed, it is true that family is a gift. We anchor our strength from each member of our family. Malayo man sila, malapit man sa atin ang ating members of our family, hindi na imposible ngayon. With a click of our finger, we can easily see kamustahan with our family. Let us continue to bond with our family above anything else, okay, as our top priority. So to each of us, no, to all of us, I would say, including me, parang natamaan ako kanina dito, avoid sedentary lifestyle. To be honest, no, ako seated the whole day, 24 hours, tutulog lang ako ng konti, no? Parang ang hirap sabihin avoid. But we will try to process it on. Mabilis lang, no? Mabilis na sa nating simulan na ito ngayon kasi nakakatakot yung sitting disease na yan. Okay? Now, parents, I would like to share with you. This is my takeaway to all of you. Let me have this, okay? I would like to share with you this shopping cart. Come on. Show it that shopping cart. Can you see that? Is that very familiar, yung sound? Shopping. Okay. Parents, I will treat you to a shopping spree with a twist. But wait, this is not the kind of shopping that we all know and we love. I'd like to experience a different kind of shopping na unlimited shopping, no, with no extra cost or expenses and with no charge at all. Don't you worry, hindi ito kalaban ni Shopee and Lazada. So here it goes. Okay? This is now your shopping cart, which you can add all the different essentials that you need in your body or in your family in order to improve our physical wellness and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Let us use this technology that connects us for good. Let us digitally empower and encourage the members of our family as we go through shopping with you. Let us all go for a healthy life. Let me check. Again, with the shopping cart here, this is how it looks like. You can access this one using the link that we will share in your chat box or we will post in our Facebook page. Ito yan, nakikita nyo ba? Welcome to our shopping list. So all you have to do is to click that one and then magtuturn siya into different page. Okay? Then you can do this one. These are all clickable links to activities you can do in the comforts of your home in order to maintain our physical well-being. These are informational videos for our mind, our body, our spirit, and our fitness that you can check out. Ang dami dyan. Para tayong may virtual shopping, clickable siya. So, hindi na kayo mahihirapan na pumunta sa Google, sa YouTube. Dito, may focus na tayo. No? This is also great for our students who are working very hard sa kanilang online education. And of course, there's budget-friendly and healthy snacks that you can see, that you can watch, and that you can enjoy. So as you can see, they're all good. No? They are all good for our body that can help us reduce. Remember, the magic word reduce. I hope this can help you and your family um, on your journey to living a healthy life. Let us not let a sedentary lifestyle affect our family. There are lots of things that we can do to use the energy we gain from the food we eat. Today, parents, we had reduced, but in a happy way. Are you aware, no? That we will still be giving a lot of videos that you can lighten your day by just simply clicking all those in the shopping list. Maghapon, pwede tayong matuto. But remember, you have to balance it with movement. All right? So that's my takeaway for everybody. Enjoy. Enjoy the shopping with your kids. You ask your kids to journey with you in your shopping. Remember, shopping with no cost and no hassle to pay. This is the best time for us to invest for our health. Again, thank you so much for listening. And I'll turn you over to Sir King for some. Is it a question or something like on how we can give you the prices that we have? Take it
Opo.
away, Sir King.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Go. And I do hope that everybody visits our shopping, to go to our shopping list. Ang link naman po, ibibigay natin sa inyong,
Immediately.
yes, ibibigay po sa ating Facebook page. Nandiyan po yan. You can access that anytime you want, anywhere you are. Basta po nagagawa yung mga activities po doon. So I think we have now come to the last part of our exciting part. The most exciting part nga ba? Prices are always exciting. So I guess this is one of the most exciting parts that you have been waiting for, giving away of prices. Again, ang prices po natin have been given to us generously by Rex Publishing House. Thank you so much. They will be in turn be given to all our parents who have been listening to us and who have been with us from start to finish. Already na po. Kanina nakikita ko sino ba yung naunang na winner last year? Ay, last year. Last seminar kasi may hawak na siya agad na ballpen. Si Micaela Nono. Ayan. Let's see kung ikaw po ay lucky pa ngayon. So again, I will be asking 5 questions. 10 parents or 10 people will win. 5 po galing sa Zoom and 5 will be coming from those who are watching us live on Facebook. Okay, so para maging patas naman po, meron kasi tayo nasa Zoom, meron ding nasa Facebook. I'll be asking 1 question, 2 winners will win. 2 winners will get the prize. Okay? Ayan po ang ating mga prizes kung nakikita nyo po. Ayan. Okay, so ready na po tayo sa first question. Again, ganun pa rin po ang rule. Tama ba? Isusulat nila sa chat box. Tama po? Tama? Okay, yung unang makasagot ng tama, naka-standby po ang ating technical staff. Sila po ang makakakita kung sino ang pinakaunang nakasagot ng tama. Okay, hindi lang yung nakasagot ng una, but nakasagot ng tama. Ready for the first question? Ready? Technical staff, ready na? Okay, ready.
Hello
First
po.
question. Hi.
Can you hear me po?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Bakit po?
Tinest ko lang po yung mic.
Okay. Ngayon ka palang nagpa-test. Dapat kanina pa, Miss Rio Dique. Akala ko may sasabihin ka at meron ka ring talk. Akala ko ikaw ay may cameo role din dito sa movie. Wala naman pala. Okay. Ikaw yata yung nasa credit. Ikaw yung Anyway. Thank you. Okay, ito na po ang first question. Ito na nga. Sige. Pagbutihin po ang pagsulat, gamitin po ang ating lakas. Spend that energy. Okay, para hindi po tayo mataba. Okay. First question. Unahan ng tamang sagot. At the start of her talk, Dr. Sheikh Hoxon mentioned 4 principles. What is the 4th principle? Go. At the start of her talk, Dr. Sheikh Hoxon mentioned 4 principles. What is the 4th, yung pang-apat na principle? Go. 2 winners, 1 from the Zoom and 1 from the Facebook. Please inform me kung meron na at kung tama ang sagot. O kaya ka nagpapatest kasi si Miss Ridike pala ang magbabasa. Ikaw naman, Miss Ridike. Siya pala ang mag-a-announce ng winner.
I'm still waiting for the
Oo. Oo.
the names po.
Opo. And it will be coming from our technical staff. Meron na po ba? Again, the first question is, at the start of her talk, Dr. Sheikh Haksan mentioned 4 principles. What is the fourth principle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meron po siyang 5 na words. Nagsisimula sa W. We want to make this easy for everybody. Okay? Easy questions para maging easy win din. Yung mananalo po, pupunta po dito sa school to pick up their prizes. Okay po? Anytime of any working days, tapos from 8 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon lang po.
Okay, we already have a winner,
We
Sir
have a
King, sa
winner! Wow!
FB po.
Anong SB?
FB.
Sa
Facebook
FB, sa
po.
Facebook. Sige, sa Facebook. Teka lang, yung sa Zoom, dapat sabay para hindi naririnig mo na kasi baka. Sa Facebook.
Okay.
Ay, sa Facebook, sorry, sa Zoom.
Sa Zoom po, meron na rin.
Okay, so we can now announce the correct answer is, when it's over, it's over. Tama?
Yes po.
Okay, please announce the winners now. Thank you.
And the winner for the FB po is Miss Jenerish Gonzalez.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Sa Zoom, it's Nathan Uziel Versano. When it's over, it's over.
Oh, okay. Okay na.
Yes po,
Meron
congratulations.
one question done. 4 more to go. Ito na po. Ladies and gentlemen, ready? Dr. Hodgson, question number 2. Dr. Hodgson showed a slide about the 8 inseparable areas of life. She showed a slide about the 8 inseparable areas of life. Give one. Dr. Hodgson showed a slide about the 8 inseparable areas of life. Please give just one. Again, ang ating pong winners, ang ating pong winners are required to give us your name and the name of your child and their section para mas for easy identification. Para po pag cleaning niyo po yung prices, ay alam na po agad namin. Okay? Again, i-claim po ang price dito po sa school when you have the time. Please practice safety protocols.
We already have a winner, Sir King,
From
sa
both?
Zoom.
Sa Zoom. What about sa Facebook?
Still waiting po.
Still waiting. Sige po. We can wait until 1. Tapos yung remaining questions, gawin na nating 5 o'clock. O, tingnan mo, natawa sila. Okay? Sige. Tapos, ladies and gentlemen, hindi ko po nakakalimutan, tinatanong ko kayo kanina kung gusto nyo mag-YouTube. Ako, ayaw nyo namang sumagot. Ngingiti-ngiti lang kayong ganyan.
Eh, Sir King, we already have a winner
wow,
po.
Okay.
Congratulations po.
Wait lang, sasabihin ko lang yung possible answers. 8 possible answers. These are the 8 inseparable areas of life. 1, daily living. 2, finances. 3, work/education. 4, social network. 5, recreation. 6, overall health or health. 7, sexuality. And 8, spirituality. Nandun ba yung mga sagot sa 8 yon, Miss Rachel?
Yes, Sir King.
Yes, congratulations. Sige
congratulations to Zoe Cannon of Grade 5 Kindness. Ang answer po niya ay finances.
Very good. Tuwang-tuwa si Zoe. Ayan, kitang-kita ko siya.
And congratulations as well to Miss April Claudio. The same answer po, finances.
Yan, congratulations. Uy, finances talaga. Oh, yun talagang
Yes,
gusto nila. Oh, finances talaga. Mrs. Go, finances. Just kidding. Okay. Question number 3. Ito po, madali na po ito. Pinadali ko na po para makuha nyo na agad ang prices. Okay? Question number 3. What type of diet does Dr. Hodgson's husband is into? Again, what type of diet does Dr. Huxon's husband is into? Go. Kasi di ba shinare niya sa atin yung pictures ng family niya, her two boys, and her husband, including the diet that her husband is into, na gusto niya ring gayahin. Okay. After this, may intermission po muna tayo ho. Sige, intermission tayo maya-maya.
Sir King, we already have a winner po for
From
both.
both. Okay, sige po. The correct answer is any of the two. Vegan or veganism. Tama?
Yes po.
Congratulations. Sige po. Sino po yan?
Congratulations to Manuel of Harmony
Okay. We will ask.
and
Okay, we
Miss
will ask them.
Sherry Daran.
Okay, so we will ask them. You see,
Wow.
Manuel, we will ask them to we will ask them to send us the name of the parents and then the name and section of the child. So ito po yung sinasabi kong intermission. Tatawagin po muna natin ulit si Mrs. Go. She has something very important to say. Mrs. Go.
No.
Ay,
Gusto ko
sorry.
lang i-share na dati
Ay, sige
ako
po.
naging ganyan din.
Naging ano,
Kaya
ma'am?
lang, naging vegan.
Ay, wow.
Kaya lang, hindi na kaya. Because
Really?
of my food cravings.
Opo, ganun. Yun talaga hindi natin mapigilan.
hindi
madam.
ako naging successful.
Okay, vegan po is one type of vegetarian diet that excludes meat, dairy, and animal products in their pagkain po. O tama naman yung sinasabi ni Mrs. Go. But ang tendency lang po kapag ikaw ay not really vegan, pag vegetarian ka, kasi di ba sabi natin protein, fats, and carbohydrates dapat meron. Eh ang vegan, it's grow food. Tama? Grow food. Grow food ba glow? Okay, ang problema dyan is you have a tendency to develop anemia. Kasi halos walang iron ang kinakain natin. So nagkakaroon tayo ng anemia. Prone to anemia. Hindi ko sinasabing siguradong magkaka-anemia ka. But vegetarians are actually prone to anemia. Tama? Anemia is lack of red blood cells. Iba po ito sa leukemia. Ang leukemia naman is overproduction of leukocytes. Okay? So magkaiba po sila. So enough of that. Let's go to question number 4. Question number 4 ay galing po sa aking diniscuss po sa inyo at ito ay padadaliin ko talaga ng todo-todo. Question number 4 is, name one tool that you can use to know that you are gaining weight. O ang dali, di ba? Name one tool that you can use to know that you are gaining weight or you are getting fatter. I've mentioned several. Meron na? Okay.
We already have a winner, Sir King, for
From both. Okay, sige po. The possible answers are 1, weighing scale, tape measure, body mass index or BMI, or what other people tell you. Okay, what other people tell you about how you look now. O yung po ang 4 possible answers. Any one of those.
Okay, congratulations to Miss Hannalyn Aborde.
What was your answer?
BMI, Sir King.
Okay, good. That's good.
And Miss Cho CVS the fourth of grade 2 patients.
Okay.
Her
What's
answer is weighing scale.
That's very good. Talaga namang you avoided the tape measure. Ano po? Ayun yung sabihin. Oh, by the way po, ang waistline ng babae together with the result of your BMI has reached 35 inches. Sorry po mga sis, overweight ka na po. Okay, pag ang lalaki naman ang waist mo has reached 40 inches, obese ka na rin po, sir. Sorry. Okay, so that's it. And the last question po, galing din po sa aking diniscuss, padadaliin ko na rin po. Ready? Everybody ready? Here we go. How is energy we get from food measured? How is energy we get from food measured? Go. Bilis. Let those writing muscles work. At pagkatapos po nito, because we have been sitting here for about 4 hours now, we need to stand up and do activities. Otherwise, sedentary na po tayo, okay? How is energy from the food we eat measured?
We already have a winner po
From
sa
both?
Zoom.
Sa Zoom. What about sa Facebook?
Kakapasok lang po,
Okay, that's good.
Sir King.
Meron na rin? Miss Really,
Yes po, Sir
Okay,
King.
very good. So meron na po tayo from both, from Zoom and from the live streaming. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, sige. The correct answer is kilocalories or kcal or simply calories. Any of those answers, any of those terms.
Congratulations to John Joseph Ombrog of grade 4
Oh, wow.
Fortitude. His answer is calories.
Very good.
And congratulations as well to Steph Lagniton. Her
Woo!
answer is calories.
Very good. Alam nyo na po kung anong calories. Ano po, lagi nating nababasa yan. So, be mindful of the food that we eat, that we take in. Nakikita po natin yan pag bumibili tayo sa grocery, sa supermarket, nakalagay po yan sa label. That is the importance of the label. Titignan po natin. Pero again, remember na ang serving po ng manufacturer might be different from yours. Yung isang kurot na serving ng manufacturer, isang garapon sa inyo. So, hindi rin magbabalance. So, be very mindful of that. So, with that, I would like to thank you so much to congratulate all the winners. You can pick up your prizes in school Mondays through Fridays, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to 12 lang po. Okay po? Okay. Tapos po, congratulations sa winners and salamat po sa inyo.
Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Go, please take it away.
Okay. Thank you, Sir King.
Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to make special parang commendation to one of our parent kanina. Habang nagbabrowse kasi ako kanina ng screen. So parang may nakita akong isang parent na gumagawa at gumagawa siya ng eco brick, no? Nagpupupit siya ng mga
Wow.
plastic, no?
Yeah.
So kaya lang pinapahanap ko na siya sa screen, hindi namin siya nakita, kaya shinare ko na lang yung kanyang slide. I would like to give you this gift.
Wow.
Para
Jacket po ba yan, madam?
mo. What? This
Jacket
is
po ba yan?
what is
Just
this?
kidding.
Ring light, no?
Wow,
Ring light.
congratulations.
Okay, so bibigay ko to sa iyo. Thank you. This is also another project that we will be launching again, no? So keep doing that. Congratulations. At least tasking si Mommy. Congratulations.
Yes, so parents, alam nyo na po na sa susunod natin, sa last webinar po natin, lahat kayo mayroong ganyan. Yes?
Okay. And Mark, kung ano yung binibitawan kong last parting word ko, di ba? Yun ang magiging
Yes,
yung
ma'am. Yes,
opening
ma'am.
ko. So, I mentioned about shopping.
Yes.
So, this is something to do with shopping for our financial webinar
Wellness.
coming
Financial.
up. So, titinan natin.
At
Okay?
saka ma'am, dalawa rin pong sumagot sa atin, both parents, parehas finances, doon po sa 8 inseparable areas of life, finances both ang kanila. So parang
Yes.
pinagtitiyak po ng panahon.
Correct,
Okay po.
correct. Kaya nga sabi ko, while listening, sabi ko, we will be serving that one in April.
Okay.
So, enjoy the shopping. Enjoy the shopping. Enjoy your day. And keep healthy. Nakakatakot po ngayon ang panahon. Bagamat 1 year na tayong ganito, no? Sana maging ma-maintain natin ang ating physical well-being. Okay? Thank you, parent. Thank you so much. Thanks
Thank you,
again.
parents. Thank
And
you
hope
very
to see
much.
you again next time. Thank you. Get your
Bye-bye.
prize here kapag safe na pumunta. Although alam ko mayroong goods dito nakasama ng Rex. Okay? Miss Jasmine, thank you so much. Doc
Dr.
Shaky,
Hoxon,
thank you.
thank you. Rex
Thank you,
Publishing House,
Doc.
thank you.
Thank you, Rex. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Have
you.
a happy
Okay.
weekend. Bye-bye.
Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
Stay
Bye,
safe.
kids. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye po. Good afternoon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend. Hi, Annika.
Hello.
Bye-bye.
Gumagawa po kami ng
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. Thank you so much.
Habang
Bye-bye. Thank
nakikinig.
you. Oh, it's multitasking. We do that. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay po.
Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend po.
I
Mrs.
want the
Maria,
eco pencil.
thank you.
I want eco pencil.
Opo. You want
Thank you po.
eco pencil po? Sige.
Yes.
Opo,
Okay,
sige
bye-bye.
po. Bye-bye.